Hello, Devoted Geeks. Welcome to the Devotion Show from Devoted Geeks. Are devoted, letting you know you're loved and jealous. I'm so glad to hit the play button today. Hang loose with me while I get my ears and everything set up, ready to go. All right, we're streaming out. Looks like everything's working. Thank you, Celeste. Celeste brought me a drink, guys. All right, let's see here. Twitch is up, YouTube is up. Let's share the stream out, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. All right, let's go to the, nope, not that website. Drop my controllers. Valendro, what's up, my brother? How you doing? So, hey, how's the audio volume going for you guys? Everything good? Music too loud? Am I loud enough? Let me know what's going on. We are live talking about Wisdom, Gundam, and maybe a cool samurai game. Music was too loud, but you turned it down. Oh, good. Appledins, what's up, sis? How you doing? Welcome to the party. I feel like it's been ages since I've seen you. How you doing? How's life? How you bees? All right, let's see. Let me get this these links ready to go so I can share out the stream. All right, let's see. I got this here. All right, and I need to grab the YouTubes. YouTubes, where are you, YouTubes? YouTube.com. YouTube.com. I like this music. This is good. So I got this guy. He's a friend of mine. He's a good dude. And he's kind of like the director of student ministry in my state for the fellowship I'm part of. And every so often, his personal YouTube channel goes live. And it's like you streaming out live him playing like a Madden game. And part of me goes, does he know he did that? Like, I've been meaning to ask him, like, hey man, are you purposely streaming out your stuff or not? All right, boom. All right, there we go. Apple says, I'm doing pretty good. How about you? I'm doing all right, sis. Rocking and rolling, par usual, madam. Getting things situated, ready to go. Celeste and I just got back from being at a youth leaders conference, fellowship, thingamabobber. Not sure what you call it. It was a refresher is what they called. And it was really good thing. And yeah, just chilling, doing some good stuff. Let's hear. All right, we need to go to Facebook to do this out. So, how's everybody been? What y'all been up to? Anything interesting happening in your wild worlds? All right, which one are you gonna grab? That works. I can rock with that. And we go to Discord. I'm digging the music today. It's a different playlist than what I normally do, but I'm digging it. Where's my Devoted Geek Live? Let's see here. Here we go, Devoted Geek Live. Share that out. Then we need to open up the Discord and share it to Discord, ladies and gentlemen. Discord. Apple says, I've joined a second youth group. So we're getting into the flow of looking into. Wow, cool. Is there a particular type of Christian college you're looking into? I never really got into that conversation. I know a couple of Christian colleges. I could recommend some, but kind of depends on your kind of theological flow, what group you guys are part of. Trying to figure out where to put this. Here we go. Prancing Pony. At everyone. I feel like I'm about to sneeze, and it's going to be absolutely epic and ridiculous at the same time. And I'm like, don't do it on stream. Here's my deal about Christian colleges. I went to Christian college. I like Christian college. And it was good for me. I needed it. But it's just not for everybody. So go with understanding of why you're good there. Apple goes, I'm hoping for the same as the one. Man, how cool. Dig it. That's awesome. I respect that. I like that a lot, sis. All right, cool beans. All right, so here's the plan for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. My friends, brothers and sisters, people hanging out on the interwebs right now. Tonight, we're going to finish up James chapter 3. And then after James 3, we're going to, hold on, open up my water bottle. After we read James 3, we're going to play, one of two things are going to happen. Either A, we're going to talk about the release of a video game coming out soon. Or they just announced, rather. And then play Gundam Breaker, or do Gundam Breaker, and then later we'll talk about it. Haven't decided yet. I need to work that in my head. I'm not sure yet. I'm genuinely I'm unsure about how I want to play it tonight. Because I just found out about this today. Like just a little bit ago. My good friend, a lot of you guys know him, John Haryu, dropped it in our private Discord that we have for the Bottom Shelf team. I'm like, holy crap, that's awesome. I'm excited. That's a good thing. It's a good thing. So, that's what's taking place, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see here. What is this? Oh, good. All right, I think I have everything shared out. All the platforms. I think we're ready to rock and roll, guys, and jump into the Bible study portion of this evening. Let's see. Let's move that out of the way. I'm trying to find the balance of everything. I gotta find a better way to set things up, guys. All right. Dig it. Dig, dig, dig. All right, I think we're good to go. Turn off all that kind of stuff right there. Prop my phone up so I can see what needs to be seen. And what doesn't need to be seen will not be seen. Stay. Good. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, let's jump into the party time of the Bible study, shall we? All right, so today, ladies and gentlemen, we are in James chapter 3. We're going to be finishing up James chapter 3. And last week, Celeste talked about taming your tongue and the importance of that, what that looks like, why we do that, and the power of controlling our speech, controlling not just what we say, but how we say it, all those kind of things. So all that being said, we're going to be continuing on in verse 13. And music's kind of distracting me, guys. All right, it says this. Who is wise and understanding among you? But by his good conduct, let him show his works in his meekness of wisdom. Okay? So he's calling out, he's like, hey, who here knows what's going on? Who is understanding and who's wise? And by that, it's not a matter of like them like, yes, I am the smallest person in the room. I know all this and all that. But check out, by his good conduct, let him show his works in the meekness of wisdom. Meaning, let him just be a decent human being. Like if you're genuinely wise, if you genuinely know what's going on, then the fact that you're humble and you're not braggadocious about it should exude the fact that you are those things. Joshua Burnham is in the house. It must be a James month everywhere. Must be, my dude. And GG4G Jason, what's up, my brother? Welcome to the party. Glad to have you here, dude. All right, verse 14. But if you have bitter jealousy and selfish ambition in your hearts, do not boast and be false to the truth. So he's calling out some situations here, okay? He says, but if you have bitter jealousy and selfish ambition in your hearts. So the contrast is, again, wisdom shows conduct and show the works of the meekness of the heart of wisdom. But he says, if you have jealousy and your selfish ambition in your heart, do not boast and be false to the truth. Meaning, shut up. He's telling them, don't get up in arms. Don't act like you're all this and that. He goes, because it's going to come out. All the junk's going to come out. Again, this kind of ties back into this conversation up here about taming your tongue. M3's in the house. What's up, dude? Goes, hello, long time no speak. I was hoping maybe I could get you guys to pray for my friends, family, and my friend. My friend lost his battle with his mental health. He leaves behind two little ones, a 4 and a 2-year-old. Oh man, and a loving wife. They could use all the help, guys. Yeah, let's pray for this family real quick, dude. M3, hey man, glad to have you here, and thanks for bringing this to our attention to pray for them. Lord, we just pray for this family right now that is they're suffering a loss, Lord, a real loss. someone they loved, someone they cared about passed away. And that's hard. That is genuinely heartbreaking. And Lord, I pray all the questions, all the what ifs that may be rushing through their heads. What if they had done this? What if they had done that? What if they said these things? Maybe if they didn't say things. Lord, I pray you just wipe those from their minds right now. Holy Spirit, surround them and encourage them and bring them hope, Lord, in this moment. I pray for these two little ones, this 4 and this 2-year-old, Lord, as they grow up. Lord, I pray that while they may not remember much of Dad, I pray, Lord, that the stories of the goodness of their father comes out. And Lord, I pray for them to be surrounded by a community that loves them and cares for them right where they're at and walks them through these things. Let them know that they're going to be okay. And that today, Lord, this wife, she may not be okay in this moment. And so many others may not be okay there as they grieve, and that's all right. But Holy Spirit, as you bring healing to their minds and to their spirits and their bodies, Lord, they'll be strengthened as you bring hope. In the name of Jesus, amen. Man, Am3, my friend, again, thank you for bringing that to our attention. We're definitely going to keep praying for them, for this family. And man, I am so sorry to hear that. That's rough. That's genuinely rough, guys. No worries, M3. But losing someone to that. And again, like he said, they lost a battle with mental health. Mental health is real good. This is why, guys, we're big about this. We say this to folks. Take your mental health seriously. Yes, we're Christians and we believe in prayer and the power of prayer and all these things. But the Lord gave us doctors for a reason. So it's one part, go, pray, seek the Lord, let him bring healing. Yes, cast your anxiety and cares upon the Lord and let him take care of it. But at the same time, see a professional that can help you through, teach you how to walk through things in appropriate manners and deal with stuff, guys. That's important. All right? Don't ever let anybody lie about us and say that we say don't do those things. Do it. You need both. But for this family, man, I know people. Man, it's hard. It's a hard thing losing a loved one, especially to something like this. And walking that out, guys, it's a journey. It's genuinely a journey, and it takes a community to be there for them. It really does. And not just like the day of. Like everyone has, like when somebody dies, the family has everyone there for the funeral, right? They're always there for the week after. But who's there 2 weeks after? Who's there 3 weeks after? A month. Because the reality is, depending on who that person is, there's still a void, there's still a gap there. And the people in your life, they still need somebody to encourage them, to walk them through that. My genuine encouragement for you guys, again, like I said, man, take your mental health seriously. Do not skip out on that. But if you have a loved one, if you have friends that have lost somebody like that, be there for them as best you can. They need a community beyond just the initial event. Valendro says, that is a bad part about male mental health issues. A huge part of it comes down to we can't talk to someone masculinely raised on the idea that the silent and strong go hand in hand. And if you talk about your problems, then you are the problem. Man, that's true. That really is true, bro, Dale, or Val. Where people think there's a lot of men out there that have this misconception that they got to be tough. Just deal with it. I was talking with a cat a few weeks ago, and then he openly admits it's probably not the best way of doing it, but when he was growing up, this discussion of mental health wasn't a thing for men. You just dealt with it. You moved on. You didn't think about it. And the wave of destruction that left behind, guys. I don't care how big and strong you are. You need to talk to somebody. Get help. Dale's in the house. What's up, Dale? How you doing, brother? Man, we started off pretty somber here today. Dale, we're going to pray for you, my dude. I know your family's going through some stuff right now. Lord, I just pray for Dale and his family. Lord, as they're walking through their own things right now. And Lord, Lord, he brought up in the chat a couple weeks ago about his family. And I just pray for you to bring healing to their spirits and to their minds and help them to grow. Help them to be okay in this season. Lord, in the name of Jesus, amen. M3, don't worry about it, brother. For those on the YouTube side, M3 and on Twitch said, sorry about to bring down your vibes. Dude, this is what this is about. Like, for reals. Like, this is what these streams are about. What Geek Devotions is about. Yes, we're geeks and we're nerds. We laugh. We have fun. We're going to get wild, right? That's what we do. But they're not about us. They're not about us playing games. They're not about it's about us showing you what this teaches us to do. Yeah, this right here, the Bible, this is our life. This is our world. But what it teaches us is to love you guys. We tell people all the time, we love our video games. We love you more. And so that's why we're here, man. To pray for people, to encourage people, to pray for these families. M3M for reals, man. We're praying for this family, man. Let us know if anything pops up. Val says, all good. He's talking to M3. These things need to be talked about. Absolutely, man. They do. Again, there is a stigma that's out there that, and again, guys, you understand that we are a Christian organization. What's going on, Brave? Brave, how you doing, my friend? There is a stigma and a thought process out there that just because you're Christian, that things have to be weird and awkward and things can't flow together. And Celeste and I, we've worked really hard to change that mindset. We're talking about the Bible. We're talking about geek culture. But another thing that happens is that there's a lot of people out there, especially Christians, who, man, they feel like they can't make that switch to pray for people, to do life, to show love and to show grace and to encourage people biblically. Also, not what we're called to. I can laugh and joke and play games and talk about the scriptures, talk about the word, but if something comes up where you need prayer, man, why do we not pray for people in the moment? Why are we like, I'll pray for you, and then we go off and don't? Let's do it. Let's handle it. That's why we built the streams the way we did. That's why we do the play and pray. So that when things pop up, guys, we're like, we're on it. Let's pray now. Why? Because that should be the norm of Christianity. Of, hey, let's take this to the Lord. Let's handle this. Why? Because me praying for you shows that I love you. Shows that I care about you. More importantly, shows that the Lord cares about you. M3, you dropping in here doing this, man, what that is, us praying for you and this family, it tells you and the family we care about what's important to you and to them. But also, man, dude, you dropping that prayer request in this chat. What that does, whether they ever hear about it or not, tells that family you care about them. You care about that woman and those two little kids. And the Lord loves them. The Lord cares about them. That's what's taking place by you dropping that prayer request in the chat. And that's, again, why we're here. What's the show? Geek Devotions, the show from devoted geeks who are devoted to letting people know they're loved. And that's what we're doing here. 100%. Dell says, we get batty. Not just about Batman. True story. Jason says, good brotherly relationships are so important, and they're so demeaned in our culture nowadays. You're not wrong, dude. You're not wrong at all. I am thankful, and I mean thankful, that I have homies and other people that I can go to when I'm dealing with my own mental health issues, when I'm sad and down and going through stuff. I had something came up a couple months ago, and I was genuinely down. Like I was like a punch in the gut, and I felt just defeated. And I'm thankful that I had a brother, had a good friend that I could go to and who had gone through some similar stuff, and he was able to encourage me and walk me through these things. That's what takes place in community. That's what's supposed to happen. And so again, guys, never apologize about dropping prayer requests in the chat, no matter how deep or sad it is. Why? Because it allows us the opportunity to love you where you're at and care about you. Let me catch up on the chat here. Man, Miss Clements, what's going on, sis? Hello, got a Twitch alert. Dallas was talking about me. We are, that you're amazing because you're doing those devoted geek thoughts. I appreciate you, sis. Joshua said, sending thoughts and prayers. I believe it's a disconnect. The spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. Word? Everyone saying hello. And all right, cool. We're caught up back on the chat. All right, guys, let's finish this out, and then we'll continue on with the stream again, guys. Never apologize about dropping prayer requests in the chat. That's what we're here for. To love you guys, to pray with you guys, no matter what's going on. Okay. All right, verse 15. This is where we're at. This is not the wisdom that comes from This is not the wisdom that comes down from above, but earthly, unspiritual, demonic. And this is talking about bitterness and jealousy and boasting and false truth stuff right here. For where jealousy and selfish ambition exist, there will be disorder and evil, vile practice. This is a major thing, guys, I see taking place here. All right, where jealousy and selfish ambition exist, there will be disorder. I have seen this more times than not in people's lives, where some stuff takes place and it's not good. Now, don't get me wrong. Just because life is a mess doesn't mean that you've done something wrong. But I've seen a lot of times, and this is where we have to examine our hearts and examine, okay, is things taking place because there's some jealousy or selfish ambition taking place? Now, this is in the context of a community. All right. Are there things taking place that maybe you can handle on the inside? Check your spirit. Check your ambitions, your motives. Why are you doing things? Verse 17. But the wisdom from above is first pure, then peaceable, gentle, open to reason, full of mercy and good fruits, impartial and sincere. So let's rewind this. First, pure. This is a big deal. Why is it pure? Because it's coming from above. It's coming from the Lord. Then peaceable. So when we're walking through some stuff, we're talking about some stuff, does it bring peace? Is there a gentleness to it? Open to reason, full of mercy, and shows good fruits, impartial and sincere. Remember, this community, there was a lot of partiality taking place and a lot of insincere conversations taking place. And out of that, there was not good fruit in this church that James is handling. And there was no mercy. So he's saying, if you're going to do stuff in the context of community and you're bringing forth, hey, this is how we're going to do stuff, make sure we're operating in this space. Does it mean that everyone's on the same page all the time? Everyone's agreeing? Not necessarily. That happens. But if we're being genuine and we're approaching things with, my pastor says, do it with clean hands and a pure heart, the Lord's going to bless, take care of things. Verse 18. And a harvest of righteousness is sown in peace by those who make peace. Again, he's talking to a group of people who are going through a hard time. And hard times continued. So what we're talking about doesn't mean that everything's just, oh, we're happy and go lucky, yay. But what it does mean is that the Lord will move through it if we're willing to operate with this kind of wisdom that is first pure. Again, why is it pure? Because it comes from the Lord. How do we get stuff from the Lord? We pray. We seek the Lord. We humble ourselves. We're being genuine. That wisdom, because it's first pure, it is then peaceable and gentle. So it brings peace. It's gentle, open to reason. So you're willing to listen to people and discuss things, full of mercy and good fruits, impartial and sincere. And that is our discussion for today, guys, on James chapter 3. So I want to hear from you guys. How can we pray with you guys today? Again, we've already started the prayer train. We've already started it today. But how else can we pray for each other? Leave comments, and we'll do that, and then we'll continue on with the rest of the stream today. So, and while you guys are doing that, leaving prayer requests. Just kind of some updates on Celeste and I, stuff that's going on. We're getting ready. We're trying to figure out the parameters for the October theme for Geek Devotions. We're going with the word spoopy. S-P-O-O-P. What is that, Dallas? Spoopy, but it's like the Halloween stuff that is not scary. But we realize that some people have different definitions of the word spoopy. So we're going to come up with our own definition and define that, so that everyone's on the same page. You know what I'm saying, guys? So that's what's taking place there. So, but how else can we pray for you guys? Let's see here. Get my drink here. Get some other stuff situated for us. Val says Spoopy is friendly, innocent, spooky. I think so. Celeste thinks so. But some people, they just throw weird stuff in there, my man. I'm like, what is happening here? Get your Jeepers Creepers out of here. I'm just saying, some people get wild with it. All right, where is my... Yes, here it is. All right. We're going to talk about... I'm pulling up... We're going to do this. Here's after we pray. We're going to talk about a new video game. And then we're going to play Gundam Breaker 4. That's what's taking place today. Jason says, I'm glad my brothers and I disagree sometimes on biblical things. It gives the opportunity to learn and grow. Absolutely. Yeah, that's okay. That's okay to have disagreements. As long as you guys are doing it respectfully. And walking things out and gently growing things. Dale says, Spoopy sounds like another one of Snoopy's cousins. It does. Fun fact. Now we'll go into that. Val says, with this past weekend, I hope it opens up the door to new opportunities. I'm still looking for my place after last year. Totally get that, bro. Absolutely. And again, I want to say this. I'm very proud of you, John. Super proud of you, man, for stepping in. For those of you who missed it, Valindro, John Frudiger, also he does Random Encounter Gaming. John had a kind of a last minute thing pop up. His dad hosts a boxing thing, and I say thing because I don't know boxing well, but it's a big tournament type of situation. And the guy who was supposed to MC the event dipped out last minute, had an emergency come up, and so Val was able to jump in and rock it out. And he did a fantastic job, like MCing the event. And man, I'm just super proud of you and how you handled that. And I appreciate it. This is what I appreciate the most. I don't know the situation. I don't know what this boxing league is like, but it looked to me like there's a lot of young kids, a lot of young families. And you had mentioned that like people are like, man, this is amazing. They're not used to having stuff. But I appreciate that you and your cousin and your dad, man, you guys did stuff with excellence. Maybe not perfection, but excellence for the sake of these people. You provided something amazing for these people where they're at. And that's important, dude. And so I'm super proud of you guys for doing that and the way you handled that. So, all right, well, guys, let's pray. And then we'll get on with the rest of the show today. All right. Well, Lord, I just thank you for your presence and your grace. I thank you for the lessons of James chapter 4. And the... or James chapter 3, rather. And the challenge to operate in godly wisdom. Wisdom that brings peace, good fruits, gentleness, all these things, Lord. And I pray, Lord, that all of us, Lord, whatever we do, when we interact with other people, that we do that. We work to bring peace and hope and operate in godly wisdom, not our own, Lord. At the same time, Lord, I just continue to pray for this family that M3 brought to us, that they're hurting, they're grieving, as they had a loved one that lost a battle with mental health. And we pray for this woman and the 2 kids that are left behind. Holy Spirit, be with them. Bring them peace. Lord, as they grieve, I pray you continue to just pour out your love on them. God, even begin to restore joy in their lives over the next coming days, months, and years. Holy Spirit, bring a community around this family who needs you, needs to know that you love them, you care about them. Use that community to just encourage them where they're at and to help restore some of the things that are broken. Lord, we pray for Dale and his family as they go through their own grieving period. Lord, I pray that you, God, bring peace to them. Bring hope. Use this moment, Lord, to bring them together and bring them into under your umbrella, God. Grace and hope. Lord, I pray for my friend Val. Lord, as Lord, he continues to find his footing, continues to find his place in life. And Lord, I thank you for this opportunity he had this past weekend. I pray, Lord, it does open some doors. Lord, some new adventures, new things, Lord, that he can walk into. But Lord, I pray that you just kind of be present with him as he walks these things out. I thank you, Lord, for all these things. In the name of Jesus, amen. All right, guys. Whew. All right, so that's what we got. All right, let's see here. Jason says, I was actually corrected on an issue by someone at the first Geek Guys for God Bible study I hosted. I'm thankful to this day for that. I'm glad that people, absolutely, man. Thankfully, it was a small thing, but also sometimes that's the hardest things to, absolutely, man, I totally get that, you know? And that's, again, that's part of that whole wisdom we talked about of listening to reason, being willing to listen to people and go, maybe I don't know everything and grow from that situation. You know what I'm saying? All right. So, all right, guys, here's the deal. We're going to talk about a new video game coming out that I'm excited about that apparently just got announced today. And then we're going to play some Gundam Breaker because I like Gundam Breaker. That's why we're doing it. That, and I have a review that we're doing on Monday. So that is the plan of action for you guys today. But let me jump over to this screen so you guys can see what we're talking about. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Ghost of Yotai. This is a new game coming out that is a sequel to Ghost of Tsushima. And those of you who know me know that I really liked Ghost of Tsushima. And then here's the announcement trailer. Just kind of read it. Today we are so happy to announce Ghost of Yotai, the latest game from Sucker Punch, and the introduction of the new hero Atsu. Atsu, that sounds familiar. That sounds. I've heard other characters named Atsu. Brave says, yeah, I'm pumped for that game. Word? When we set out to make a new Ghost game, we wanted to maintain the core pillars established in Ghost of Tsushima, playing as a wandering warrior in feudal Japan, offering freedom to explore your own pace, at your own pace, and highlight the beauty of the worlds. That's, yes. And so we're going to talk about this here. Amanda says, so excited, let's go, right? Val says, it is through USA Boxing, which is the same organization that runs Golden Gloves in the U.S. Olympic terms. They have professional shows, but they also run amateur shows that gyms run at the local level. It's cool. After so many amateur fights, and a fighter becomes open and can go pro. Oh, very cool. I didn't know that. That's pretty lit, man. All right, so let's watch the trailer together, guys. And then after the trailer, we're going to read the rest of the article and kind of talk about, go through everything together here, okay? Val says, yeah, PlayStation just had their State of Play presentation like 2.5 hours ago. Good to know! We're on top of things, ladies and gentlemen. I had no idea. Well, let's jump into this. Let me bring my music down here. And let's go. Okay. Captured PS5. Yeah, Jason, this is how you find out, my dude. Woo, I like that.
We are beyond the edge of Japan.
Okay, first off, let's point this out. Right now, everything sounds right. It sounds good. I like the fact it looks like they're keeping the Kurosawa mode, which that was just pretty to play in. But I'm liking it so far.
People come north to disappear.
Wait, what year was that? What year did that say? Yotai 1603? When was the first Ghost of Tsushima take place? Not come out, but take place. Wow. This is a big jump, guys. So the Ghost of Tsushima took place in 1274. This is taking place in 1603. That's a big jump. That's a big time jump, guys. Ooh, I like that transition.
You are hunting.
Nice puppy. Chill puppy.
And now, every Ronin here is after you.
Yes. Woo! Look at that art.
Still think you're the hunter?
Well, I mean, yeah, why not? Y'all, look. Oh my gosh. Y'all, that just looked fresh. That looks so good. I know that's all like the what do you call it? Cinematics, but still. All right. Ooh, look at this. Like, this is pretty, guys. I like the shadowing. I mean, it looks great. The textures look pretty primo. My understanding, this is going to be like super like PS5 based, so they're really putting their work into like maximizing the system. So I'm excited about that. It looks like they're going with a female character this time, but this character design's pretty wild looking. I like how she's carrying the, what is it called? The Japanese guitar right there. I like that. Ooh. Iowa? Is that what it's called? Ooh. Why is this so pretty? Why? This is so pretty, guys. Oh, Biwa. Okay, thank you, Amanda. Appreciate it. Woo! Look, Okay. One of the things I loved about the original Ghost of Tsushima are these beautiful panoramic shots and the fields and the colors and just in these few moments. I mean, just these few. Hold on a second. Come on, go backwards. Oh my gosh. I mean, look at this. Hold on. Running with the horses. Hold on, can I crank this up anymore? No, we're good. All right. You got the mountain in the background. Good golly. Running the artifacting right here. Golly. The background. Woo! So pretty. Yes. Wait a minute. Is this where they had the final fight in Ghost of Tsushima? Where Jin fought his uncle? What is happening here? Holy crap. Woo! Y'all. All right, this is a thing for me. Seeing how you play with mud and stuff like that, that's a weird statement to make. I understand, but I like this animal's walking and it's like leaving prints. Arr. Pup's like, let's go. Wait, do I get a pup? Do we get to have a puppy in the middle of the game? Let's go! That's so pretty. I need this as a background. Woo! I'm excited. How about you guys? Let me catch up on chat. Valindro says the Shamsin, also known as the Sangin or Samin, also meaning three strings. The three-string traditional Japanese musical instrument derived at the Chinese instrument Sanixian. It has played with the plectrum called the bachi. And man's like, or that. Brave goes, oh snap. He goes, The scene with the gravesite gave me chills. Right? Right, dude? How crazy is that? Like, is that the same place? Man, I'm hyped. It's pretty. I gotta ask. So everyone in the chat, I know that Valindra's been to Japan. I know it's changed a lot, my man. But countryside, I don't know if you travel a lot of the countryside. How does that look? What's that like? Because honestly, I just want to go. Let's read the article here, guys. Let's see here. We also wanted to continue to innovate, to create something fresh but familiar. We looked beyond Jinsekai's story in the island of Tsushima and shifted our focus to the idea of the ghost instead. At Sucker Punch, we love origin stories, and we wanted to explore what it could mean to have a new hero wearing a ghost mask and uncovering a new legend. This led us to Ghost of Yotai, a new protagonist, a new story to unfold in a new region of Japan to explore. Now, this is interesting because the big question when you do a sequel is always, how do we do it? Like, do you continue the story? And there was a lot of conversation people had about like, do you give him new weapons? Do you give Jinsekai new weapons? Where does he go from here? From where the story is? Depending on how you end the story, you've either killed the uncle or not. And so, honestly, I don't think this is a wrong move. I think this is a good move, jumping in time and going with a different character altogether. As long as they can keep the feel of what took place there and some of the game, because the gameplay was nice in the original one. I think this will be okay so far. Man, it says, so excited for a female samurai. This is going to be interesting. It's definitely gonna be interesting, and I appreciate, like, it doesn't feel like they're just like forcing things here, right? Like this is gonna be pretty interesting. Jason says it takes place after firearms make it to Japan. I wonder if it will be part of the story. Maybe. When did the Shogun series come out? Or not come out? When does the series Shogun take place? So the series Shogun takes place in the 1600s. So it's kind of like right there at the beginning of everything. During that real tumultuous time frame where Japan was starting to kick out the Westerners. Possibly we're going to see, this will be interesting, how they treat the church, Christianity, because Christianity was in Japan at that time. Jason says, I think the new protagonist was required for this. Yeah. I agree. We needed someone new altogether. While we are driving into story specifics, while we aren't driving into story specifics yet today, we can reveal that Atsu's journey takes place in 1603, more than 300 years after the Ghost of Tsushima. Our story is set in the lands surrounding Mount Yotai, a towering peak in the heart of Ezo, an area of Japan known as Hokkaido, in present day. In 1603, this area was outside the rule of Japan, filled with sprawling grasslands, snowy tundras, and unexpected dangers. The far cry is a far cry from the organized samurai clans who lived in Tsushima, and it's setting for an original story we can't wait to tell. Now that's interesting. That's genuinely interesting that's how they're doing it. And honestly, I think it's a good play. If you're doing something new, and again, because of the social classes that were taking place, I don't know how often we would have seen a female samurai. But with this taking outside of that, where there were different cultural ideas and things, this could play out well, especially if it was not as organized as we saw here. Let's see here. Check out some of these images real quick. Man, that is just fresh looking, guys. That right there. Woo! Man, whoever's directing the scenes is amazing. Val says, I would hope that they use a new protagonist. If the game was in 1270, it would be a little awkward and challenging playing as the previous character. It would indeed. This is also Sucker Punch's first game built from the ground up for PlayStation 5. That's a big deal. That's genuinely a big deal there. And we're excited to build on the visual foundation we established in Ghost of Tsushima by making the world feel even more real. We have massive sight lines that that let you look far across the environment. Whole new skies featuring twinkling stars and auroras. Even more unbelievable movement from windgrass. So this is a big deal, and this is why. As beautiful as the game was, the first one, what they're saying is that they've worked hard to help make it more immersive, to add these small details. And there were already some really beautiful things, but they're trying to optimize for the power of the PS5. Our new setting also gives us the opportunity to introduce new mechanics, gameplay improvements. Now, this is what I want to know about. This is what I really, really need to see. What are these new things? What are these new mechanics that they're adding into it? What kind of gameplay improvements have they made? And what are the new weapons? There's only so much you can do. Now, the fact that, what did they call her? What was her name? Atsu. In the trailer, all we saw of her, she was carrying, it looks like she carries 2 samurai blades, 2 katanas, right? And she's also carrying that. I'm not going to lie. I kind of would like to see her use that as a weapon. It'd be like that old cartoon. Dale, you know what I'm talking about. Oh, it was a cartoon character that was kind of like Zoro-esque, but he'd hit people with his guitar. It was like, kabong. That would be funny. That'd be completely just like ruin everything, but it would be funny if it was an option. El Kabong. Yeah, Val's know what I'm talking about. Val's on the same page with me. My dude. So guys, I'm not gonna lie. I'm excited. I want to hear from you guys though. Like those of you in the chat, those who watch the replay of this video later. What are your thoughts on this game? I am legitimately hyped. I have so much love for Ghost of Tsushima. And just from what I've seen, again, we don't know the story. We don't have any other information. But as a base, this looks beautiful, and I cannot wait to see more of it at all. Okay. Apple says it looks cool. Right? I agree, Apple. It looks cool. Val says dog equals +1. Dale says quick draw McGraw. Yeah, that's it. Quick draw McGraw. My dude. See, I knew Dale would come in. Was El Kabong like his alter ego? I feel like that's what it was. Dude, those little cartoons were wild. Like they were absolutely wild. Back in the day. All right, gang. Well, let's get this party going. Let me change some stuff up. Alias El Kabong. Yep. Val says that was his Zoro persona. Gotcha. All right, let's see here. Let me, excuse me, guys. I'm burping here. That's gross. Grody. Edit stream info. Let me update the game. Gundam Breaker 4. So, fun story. Celeste is excited right now because she, my friends, is getting to play something she's wanted to for a long time. She's playing Splatoon 1. Our friend Branson, shout out to him, has loaned us his Wii U, and I found a copy of Splatoon 1 with the original box for like $10. And so Celeste is playing through the story that she is like in her happy place right now. Jason says, I'm cautiously optimistic. It's hard for me to get excited about any game. You know, I feel that. I really do. With the way that some games have been doing and the way that people have jacked up stuff. Hey, Celeste resubbed. Let's go. 54 months in a row. Come on, babe. So, but I mean, I totally get that. Like, I totally get that whole thing. And Celeste says she was making dumb mistakes. Are you okay, babe? Are you okay? Do you need me to come to help you? But anyways, a game that I have been very happy with, and I am not unhappy at all, is Gundam Breaker 4. And which is why here in a second, as soon as everything boots up, we're going to play it. I like how this worked perfectly fine. Like earlier today when I got everything set up ready to go. Like everything was working right. Now I'm waiting for, I don't know, PlayStation to talk to somebody. Let's work this out, guys. Come on. I need this to work, please. So let's go. Just need to take a break. I'll go back to it tomorrow night. Okay. Celeste, did you get the rice done by any chance? Celeste is making rice for us, guys. I'm excited. Okay. What is happening here? Everything was working just fine a minute ago. Ah! Like literally, I had it all running. That's plugged in. Elgato? You okay there, Elgato? Fire it back up again. Let's see here. School says I did without burning it. Oh, good. Goes so many rough games coming out lately. Cough, cough, Concord. Yes, Concord. Let's talk about Concord for a second while we try to fix my PlayStation. That was working a minute ago. Val, you said you had some more information about that. So drop it on us, man. What is your understanding about Concord? In fact, I'll tell you what, Val, are you in a place where you can jump in the Discord? Just type yes, and I'll open it up for you, man. And we'll jump into it. Well, I'm trying to fix things. You are? Here, let me open my Discord so we can just... Ladies and gentlemen, the sultry sounds of John the Fruitiger. The MC for your next boxing event. The man, the myth, the legend. Coming to pay-per-view near you. All right, I'm in the thing for you, John. Just jump in when you can, dude. All right. Well, again, why is this not working? You work just fine. I'm going to unplug. And then plug it back in. Hold, please, guys. I apologize. Uh-oh. We're not getting something right. Oh, man. I'm going to have to stand up and do this, guys. All right. I see Val's in there. How you doing, bud?
All right. Can you hear me?
I can. Let me crank up the volume so people can hear you. All right, John. So tell us about Concord. What happened here? Again, it lasted for like 2 weeks and then disappeared.
Yes. It didn't just last 2 weeks. It lasted 2 weeks after their announcement that it was going offline.
Oh my gosh.
They announced it before that 2 weeks was even up.
They announced it was going offline before the 2 weeks were up?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
And here's the fun thing, right? So other hero shooters, Overwatch, everything that was coming out like that in that genre,
right?
Free to play.
Yeah.
They use microtransactions. They've got their battle passes.
Right.
This game was not free to play. It had a $40 price tag on it.
Right. Which I thought was supposed to be like, they're like, hey, we want to be better than the junk that's out there. And so we're not going to price gouge you with stuff. You guys are going to be able to play the game for free. Or you're going to pay for the game, but you don't have to do all the microtransactions.
Kind of, yes and no. I mean, that was kind of one of the things that they had talked about. But still, you're releasing a $40 game
right,
in a world full of already successful and free-to-play options. So, downstroke number one.
Right.
To top that off, PlayStation really kind of pushed this game and backed this game to a degree.
Right.
And a lot of people were saying, oh, well, give it a chance, let them get some patches out, give it a chance. PlayStation bought the studio about 2 years ago.
Really?
The game had been in development for over 8 years.
I had no idea.
Yeah. So they had plenty of time to get this game right.
Right. And they just did it.
They just didn't.
That's crazy.
After they, in less than 2 weeks, said, we're shutting the servers down, it ends after this time, they gave everybody full refunds.
Wow.
Because it was a $40 game.
Yeah, absolutely.
They paid for it, and in less than 2 weeks announced it's shutting down, and shut it down in 2 weeks.
Good golly.
At its peak on Steam, at its highest point, had barely over, in its all-time gameplay, barely over 600 players.
Good golly. I feel like Gundam Breaker, which barely lasted a year. Not Gundam Breaker, but I can't remember what the name was, but it was the Gundam Overwatch clone. It had a better gameplay player base than that.
Yeah. This game had almost zero player base, and most of those players were after it first came out. By the time they had announced it, before they announced it, it was down to barely around 12 to 15 players.
Good golly.
At any given time.
Right.
And so matchmaking and queue finding was hard because there was no one playing it.
Right.
The game, okay, so the Gundam game, the Overwatch clone, that one was a little slow because you're playing a big chunky robot. A lot of times the Gundam games, I feel they make them feel slower to make it feel like you're piloting around this large, cumbersome... And not just Gundam games, like a lot of Mech Warrior games do that too, to make it feel like you're piloting this giant, clunky robot.
Yeah, I think the only one that, like, Armor Core didn't, depending on your build. Because that was the thing, is if you had builds, you could build up where there was more speed, but like... what is it? There's a Gundam...
A similar thing with Mech Warrior, where if you got the smaller mechs, like, you could tell a speed difference in them, and you could feel those were going faster.
Sure.
Yeah. But that's a very unique perspective to those genres for those... The mech genre.
Right.
Every other fighting game, every other Overwatch-style hero shooter, they're all fast-paced.
Right.
They're all meant to go. You're either doing kill counts, you're pushing objectives, there's a reason for it to be fast-paced and get in these high-intense firefights.
Right.
This game wasn't like that.
Really?
The movement, it was super slow. The movement was slow. The combat was slow. Yeah, you still killed people quickly, but it was mostly because you were using like shotguns and other high capacity things. You weren't getting in these prolonged firefights. You weren't moving quickly and pushing things. It was just a slow game. It felt very slow.
Right.
And now this, another thing about this was a lot of the backlash going into it. But another big mechanic in the game, and this isn't a big backlash. I'm getting a little sidetracked. Before I move on to the next track, I want to keep talking about the mechanics of this game.
Right.
So there was not a huge roster of characters, but there were enough characters to start. It's one of those games where you expect them to release more characters, hopefully.
Right.
Like the other games, they came out with a base and over time release characters and release things.
Sure.
So it had a base list of characters. It wasn't a very huge list.
Right.
But the thing is, if you won a round, because, it was all round-based stuff like other hero shooters, if you won a round with a character, that character is locked out for the rest of the game. You have to choose someone new.
What?
So you can't continue playing a character you enjoy or a character that you've learned or mastered. You have to keep switching. Now, if you lose with that character, you can go ahead and pick them again. But if you win as that character, you cannot pick them again for the rest of the game.
That sounds counterproductive.
Really, 100%. That was one of my biggest pet peeves as far as the gameplay style.
Right.
Because I watched a lot of people play this when it first came out because of the controversy surrounding it and everything going on in the first place. I wanted to see, okay, what is this game actually about?
Sure.
So I watched a few different people play it, and just the gameplay and the mechanics were pretty subpar and terrible, and they made a lot of bad choices in that.
Right.
But then to top it off, before it ever released, there was a ton of controversy around it. I don't know how much you followed a lot of recent game development news, things like the Sweet Baby Inc. controversy and the huge push towards DEI and diversity in games, and the way a lot of these people are acting through Twitter and other systems when they're actually like on these podcasts and getting interviewed and having these conversations, the way people are acting.
Right.
There.
Most of the controversy I know about, trying to figure out my game's too loud, that I know about really is the stuff with, just the stuff you heard about, like with, not Ghost of Tsushima, I apologize, Assassin's Creed, and a couple of things like that. Jason is jumping in the chat though, and he's saying even without that controversy with modern day politics, which is what you were kind of talking about here just a second ago, involved, the game had a really big mountain to climb to be successful.
Yes.
So
it really did have a huge mountain.
Sorry, El Jefe just jumped in the chat and he goes, "My wife just killed the biggest wolf spider I have ever seen. It looked like a tarantula." That's terrifying, El Jefe. Why are you jumping in here with that? Oh my God. Okay, continue on,
Some
John.
facts. Yeah. So there has been within the last year or so specifically that it's really kind of at the forefront of things.
Right.
DEI and diversity being pushed huge in a lot of games, and a lot of games are failing because of that. And this one, while I didn't see a lot of that in the gameplay, yeah, there were some characters that looked like they probably tried to push something. It was very minimal compared to a lot of other games that these DEI companies are pushing.
Right. Yeah.
But, so in my opinion, gameplay wise, it had very little to do with that. The gameplay was very bad, and there was a massive oversaturated market that they had to fight to get in there.
Yeah.
But all these controversies coming up beforehand on top of that really didn't help. It painted it in a very bad picture.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that is.
And while the gameplay didn't really have that DEI feel to it that some of these other games do have, the developers did make a lot of comments and a lot of assertions blaming the community, blaming the gamer community for its failure. And they did make a lot of comments and a lot of assertions leading up to it that put it in the same camp as those other DEI games.
Wait. So let me get this straight. Before the game dropped, the developers are shaming the gamers who have yet to even play the game.
Kind of. They shamed it mostly afterwards.
And then they're shocked that more people were just like, no, what? Like,
right. The comments that they made weren't so much before the game came out, weren't so much shaming the gamers directly, but it was showing support for the other DEI games and the other developers who have shamed gamers.
Right.
Right now in the indie development scene, games journalism, which I don't like calling it that. I don't personally call it that anymore. Companies like Kotaku and stuff.
Right.
They have stopped actually giving proper games journalism and have just pushed to hiring writers who put out whatever, and a lot of it is very politically charged.
Ugh.
See, if you do what?
Well, I just here's the deal, and this is the thing that I think a lot of people are asking for, and we're having a lot of some of these conversations in the comic book world. I'm more in the comic book world with certain things, and than I am the gaming world. But we just want good stories. You know what I'm saying? We want good gameplay. We want good stories. Yes, we want to be able to connect with characters. We need and if there's a market for creating characters that are in that world, great, mazel tov. But tell good stories. Like, people in these communities are tired of things just being thrown in that don't make sense. It's no longer about reaching a community, but it's about pandering to a community. It's like, for me as a Christian, I don't want them just to make some dude to make a Christian game. Just go, there's a Christian there. Like tell a good story. And if the character's Christian, has Christian values, mazel tov, great. Rock and roll with it. But people are tired of things just being shoved in and it not being a good story, not being done well. 100%. You know, one of the reasons why that Miles Morales did well in the Spider-Man franchise was because they did a good job of telling the story of this young man. Yes, he's half Puerto Rican and he's half African American. He is not the first Latino Spider-Man we have. Shout out to my home dude, Miles Morales. Or not Miles Morales, but Miguel O'Hara. He's the first Latino we had. But they did a great job of telling a story about a young man who became a Spider-Man in his own world, his own universe, and then they collided things because that's what Marvel does. They create things, and they go, "Oh, we're losing money! Quick, put it all back together." Anyways, that being said, but they told a good story.
Yeah.
And they continue to tell good stories with him.
Yeah.
And that's my thing about it, is that he is in the video game world. We want good stories.
Yeah.
Jason goes, "You don't want God's Not Dead, the video game?" No, I definitely do not. And shout out Brave is in the chat. He's talking about his backlog. He's got 15 games between all of his systems, brother. I'm up there with you. No shame, no guilt. Anyways, that being said, but like, look at my PlayStation here. I got my PlayStation screen up here. In games that, there's none of that stuff that's in there. They're just good stories. Fires of Rubicon, Armored Core 15 or 5. Guys, this is a fun game. It's a great game. And it's just a good story. Batman Telltale, literally nothing but good story.
Yeah.
Deer Simulator, no story, no plot. It's just wild mayhem. We want that.
Yeah.
All guys,
Yeah.
wild mayhem. Ghost of Tsushima, amazing storytelling. And again, coming back to our previous conversation, if they can match the vibes in the storytelling of in the new one as they did this, they're gonna do gold. If they try to like replace Jin Sakai, if they try to erase who he was as a character and the story of him, that's gonna be a problem, because we don't want that. We want a good story.
Right.
Spider-Man 2, it was a good sequel series. I feel like it was focused more around Spider-Man than it was Miles, and that's on purpose. The Miles game, I will say this, the Miles Morales Spider-Man game, it was fun, but it should have been a DLC for Spider-Man 1.
It was supposed to be, but they put too much content into it and too much time into it. It was originally meant to be a DLC.
But that was
because of how much they put into it, they're like, okay, we have to make this its own game. We've put too much. We've done too much.
They should have added more to it then, because it needed to be fleshed. It needed to be a longer game. I wanted more Miles than what I got.
Yeah, and that's another thing that they realized with it. So when it came out, it wasn't actually a full price game. I think, again, it was one of those $40 games.
Yeah. Which I appreciate that. I appreciate that they were like $70. I'm like, I beat it in 3 hours, guys.
Like, we know this is more than DLC, but it's not quite a full game. Here you go. We're putting it in the middle.
Exactly. Yeah. But like, these are the games that we want. We want good story.
Yes.
We're tired of just ham-fisting stuff in there that nobody was really asking for. And the only people who are going for it are people who don't really care about the stuff. It's like, all right, so we not the topic we're talking about today, but I want to play Gundam here in a second, guys. I really do. But like, okay. All right. Are you familiar with the term Latinx?
Yes.
Okay. Now, I know I don't look it, but I'm Latino. All right. I have friends who are far more Latino than I am. And I mean far more Latino than I am. We're talking about these cats, like, they have family members who may or may not have been legal at one point in time. Right. And I have plenty of friends who are Puerto Rican and Guatemalan, all these places, right? And I love them dearly. I've not met a single Latino who is okay with the Latinx moniker.
Yeah.
At all.
100%.
They're like, you are spitting on our heritage, our language, our culture, and the only people pushing it, and there may be a few select people in the community who are like, no, this is what we're doing. But the majority are saying no. And the only people who are really pushing it are people who aren't even Latino.
Yeah, it's, again, those diversity groups.
And people are like, and so like, again, that's just like a side thing. It's like people are pushing stuff thinking they're going to make money, or they're pandering to the community, and they don't even want that. So back to our original conversation with video games. What's going on? Hey, Common Rider Sora, welcome to the party, my dude. Now I gotta ask, is this a new name for our friend Sora Oblivion, or are you a new person, Common Rider Sora? I'm curious, my friend. But yeah, so we just want good games or good sequels. Jason says, Last of Us 2 made me lose all hope for sequels. You're not the first person I've heard say that. The Last of Us 2 just dropped for them, for storytelling and other reasons. And that makes me sad.
Yeah. Well, now with all this DEI stuff, that's what I was saying about them kind of bad-mouthing their audience.
Mm-hmm.
So we all know there's a market for gamers of different variety.
Sure.
And we know there's a lot of women getting into gaming now. There's tons of people in gaming, but there's still historically a precedent for your average nerd being the stereotypical white guy.
Absolutely.
And that's a stereotype.
It is a stereotype. Hold on one second. Common Rider says they are a new person. Well, welcome, Common Rider. Welcome to Geek Devotions. We're a show from devoted geeks who are devoted to letting people know they're loved. I am going to be playing Gundam Breaker 4 here in a little bit. We're gotten into a much deeper conversation than I expected about video games with my homeboy, John, who is on comms with me here. That's the magical voice you hear in the background with me. Kamen Rider, how did you find us? And I got to ask you, what era of Kamen Rider is your favorite? Because Kamen Rider is far cooler than most people give credit for, and I hate that we never got in the States. Although at the same time, I'm glad Saban didn't really get his greedy hands on it. Just saying. All right, what were you saying, John?
No, I was going to say, a lot of these companies right now are supercharged over that because, again, they're DEI companies. They're pushing DEI characters and they're pushing DEI storyline.
Mm-hmm.
And whether that be feminism or LGBTQ, all these things, they're pushing those in the games. They're pushing those in the stories. And they're coming from a lot of female or LGBTQ developers who are saying that, we want representation, we want this. So they're trying to force and shoehorn those things in.
Mm-hmm.
But they're also coming out on Twitch, which goes back to what I'm talking about, them shaming their player base.
Mm-hmm.
So when the games are failing, they're literally calling it the anti-woke agenda, and they're blaming people, and they're saying, well, if, they hadn't have done this, it would... And they've tried to put out harassment campaigns saying, hey, go mass report these people who've pointed these things out, go mass report. There was some guy who put up a Steam list specifically identifying games that have Sweet Baby Inc., which is one of the biggest DEI companies out there. They're the ones that did a lot of work with that Kill the Justice League game that recently came out and also failed.
Right.
And support developers like Dustborn and this Concord game and other things like that. And so he put out a Steam list called Sweet Baby Inc. Detected, listing any game, not for or against, but just saying these are the games that this company worked on. And they had a group of people just going, hey, we need to mass report this guy, harass this guy, we need to get his Steam account shut down, because he made a list of games that have that in there. And it's become a huge thing where these people have openly admitted to being anti-cis male, anti-cis white male, and, putting on death threats that straight white men need to die. And things like this. It's become so far cyclical that it's become reverse harassment.
Ridiculous.
To a severe degree. And it's a massive thing that's going on in the indie development and development world right now.
Right.
And something that I've been following over the last year or so with Sweet Baby Inc., with these games, and Concord was just another in those lines.
Man.
Where this company is, and again, it was a company of diverse people with a diverse agenda trying to push this thing and making these comments. And even though their game had some characters that, like, it had an old lady for a character and an overweight black woman for a character, and then the rest were like alien characters.
Okay.
So you could argue maybe they tried to push DEI with those characters, but maybe not. It's 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. It doesn't matter. It really they didn't have a DEI storyline, but they just had a terrible game.
Mm.
And so with all that controversy beforehand and then a terrible game, and then they come out and blame the players after it fails.
Right.
This is a trend that has been outrageous recently.
Man.
And even with the newest Assassin's Creed you had mentioned earlier, that's actually a big part in the center of it right now. Because instead of pulling an actual historical character with actual historical significance, they pulled a random character who has a name in history, but no documentation or no recorded anything.
Right. I heard Japan was even like angry at the game.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the government of Japan sent them a cease and desist about it because they made this and they, again, it's because they are illustrating things badly for them.
Right.
Not even the fact that they use this person, but because of how they're illustrating everything.
Right.
And they're taking this character and building him into something he wasn't, that was never documented. May or may not be to tell their own story. They've used history in the past to try and tell stories, but they're blatantly moving away from any founded history at this point and making their own.
That's crazy.
And because they're doing it in a way that really doesn't show Japan in a good light, the government of Japan themselves stepped up to say, hey, stop.
You know you done messed up when Japan's like, wait a minute.
When you have an entire country government saying, hey, quit this stuff, you know something probably isn't right.
Right.
But yeah, so this has been a big thing, especially in the indie development circuit and with this diversity company. A lot of people are dropping Sweet Baby Inc. now or trying to pull away from them. Probably their biggest success story, and in fact, a lot of games, one of their biggest success stories actually told them, hey,
copy that.
Take our game off your website, take your connection to us off your website and your social medias. We don't want you talking about us, was Alan Wake.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Alan Wake 2 came out not too long ago, and it was, it did okay.
Right.
I think it broke 1 million in sales.
Please make a choice.
Maybe. Or came close to it. Like, it had decent numbers, but nothing spectacular.
Right. Oh,
and
man.
Because of the situation, the studio that made it still has not made a single bit of profit from it because they're still paying back the investment from companies like Epic that invested in it and are looking for their return.
Right.
So they are still paying back the investment from those other companies, and they, despite having made decent sales, have not even made a profit yet. But after all the controversy with Sweet Baby Inc., after all the other projects they pushed and failed,
right,
and this list came out showing games that were in it, because of their association with that game, sales for it almost stopped completely.
Oh, wow.
And so, because of that, they, again, have not even broken equal on the creation of the game yet, let alone started turning a profit, even though it's made decent sales. That's how much money and development are going into these AAA games.
Right.
And that, again, 8 years for Concord.
Right.
And they had just over 600 players in their player base.
That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous, man. Oh, man.
So it's been an interesting time, to say the least.
I can see that. It just sounds so tumultuous, man.
Yeah.
And I remember just like, I just want to play with toy robots, man. It's Common Rider says, I found you by chance looking for other people streaming GB4. Also, I see every Common Rider show and movies, but my favorites are Decade 01 and Guest. That's pretty cool, man. That's cool. John, have you seen Kamen Rider?
I have not been able to. No, it was something. I mean, we grew up with Power Rangers. So that. And yeah, after a while, I'd heard about it. I didn't hear about it until after school and college and stuff. I'd heard about it, but I never got the opportunity to see any of it.
Right. when I was a kid, my first exposure to it was the when they tried to introduce Kamen Rider with Saban, and it was they did a crossover with the Power Rangers and the Ninja Turtles, and it just never got picked up. Do you remember that live action Ninja Turtles TV series they had with?
I do. Where
Venus?
they made Venus the female alien turtle.
And then they pretend like she didn't exist for the rest of the series after everyone hated her. Literally bullied off the platform. But they tried doing that. But man, I saw Kamen Rider, you may like this, man. I saw Pluto. Was it Pluto? Pluto or Crunchy? Not Crunchyroll. Crunch, whatever it is. One of the free streaming services. They had a Kamen Rider, and it was like one of the more recent reboots of it. And by recent, I think it was like 90s. Holy crap, John. This show is so dark and so intense. It was amazing. I was like, no wonder that they didn't do the original stuff here when we were kids, because it's so wild. It was, it's legitimately a cool series. The newer ones seem, and Kamen Rider, let me know your thoughts, man. But like, the newer ones seem a little more kiddish than the stuff in the 90s, in my opinion. But the stuff in the 90s, bro. Like the first episodes, he's fighting like a freaking like vampire in a church.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
No, I'd still like to see if I can get my hands on. I still want to try and find the 1960s, 1970s Japanese version of live action Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, dude, I can't find that.
We talked about that before. I know, I can't find it anywhere.
Oh my god,
I don't think it exists.
I had a friend of mine who, man, that's what he does, is find hard to find stuff, and it is like he can't find it, and he has creative ways, guys, of doing these things, and he cannot. Now I'm told Drew from the Cellcast, he tells me at one point Marvel had it up on their website for you to watch for free, but that has
a long time ago.
Yeah, it is gone, dude. And so
I didn't. The lack of being able to find this thing anywhere has led me to believe that just the footage for it doesn't exist anymore. If they had it up on their website, then it's locked in a vault somewhere, afraid to be shown.
Oh yeah, definitely. Jason said, speaking of kid stuff with dark and serious themes, Transformers 1. Really? Transformers 1 is that way? I was curious about that one. Johnny, heard anything about Transformers 1 yet?
I haven't heard anything about that one, no.
I'm curious about it, man. Oh my gosh. What is happening here? Alright, I don't know if you're watching the screen.
I am.
Somebody has some crazy ability. I can't figure out who's doing it. But like, it wipes me out, and it's across the board.
Oh, it wipes you out.
Dude, like, I'm talking like all my health is gone.
Okay, yeah, I wasn't seeing the health stuff. I was seeing the big flashes. I wasn't paying attention to health.
The big white flash where my screen blinked out?
Yep.
I don't know what part that is. I think it's on this guy up here that's green. Come on, guys, come help me.
Yeah.
Oh, man, my teammates aren't helping me at all.
Don't push yourself too hard.
All right, I'm going to do this.
So are you fighting more than one person then?
Yeah, well, it's a 3-on-3 fight. This guy in green up here.
Oh, are you in PvP?
Yeah, well, it's yes and no. What it is, it's called Bounty Hunter, and so basically, they take the models of everyone who's online, and then they AI them.
Oh, okay.
And so, yeah, this is he's got something that, I mean, is just absolutely insane.
He found the nuclear launch pad.
That's it right there. What is that? What is he hitting me with? I need to find out what this guy has. This is insane.
That's nuts, dude.
It's a two-hitter quitter, guys.
Don't push yourself too
Holy
hard.
crap.
It's too dangerous.
And he's using it pretty frequently.
Yeah. Holy crap. Catch out chat. Jason says, I love Transformers 1. I highly recommend, and I'm a really big Transformers nerd. My dude. I respect that. I'll check that out. LFA says my birthday is Friday, and I got a chess set so me and my wife can challenge each other. Let's go, dude. Happy birthday, my friend. Enjoy that chess set with your bride. Kamen Rider says the one of the rider fighting in the church against a monster. Yeah, that would be a Kamen Rider Kuga, the first rider of the Heisei era. Ah, okay. Oh wow, so this is the first one of the Heisei era. That's interesting. Dig it. I find it funny that they're separated by eras, like they do Godzilla. Dale says the Japanese Spider-Man series ran either about the same time as the Nicholas Hammond series here in the States or shortly after. Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, he said 1979, so
Just said
I didn't realize it was that late.
Oh yeah. Jason says it was plenty of comedy, but it's at the core of the story about two friends falling out over a tragic political situation. It really hit me hard. Wow.
So-
That's real life right there.
Earlier, that Braves and Caps fanatic had mentioned at least 15 or so games between each system.
Right?
Do you even want to hear my shame?
Oh, I'm sure it's pretty bad.
So yeah, no, I've got my Switch. I've only got about a half dozen games for, nothing big.
Oh man, John.
Well, there's not a lot of stuff on there. I got it mostly for the mobility of it. So
Right.
you know, I picked up Pokemon, I picked up Animal Crossing.
Sure.
Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 is a Switch exclusive, so I got that. You know,
Really?
yeah. So I just picked up some stuff that were, you know, just to have a mobile device again.
Yeah.
Car rides, bus ride, lunch break,
Sure.
and to play Pokemon again in Animal Crossing. You know,
Do it. Amanda, take it easy, sis. Have fun playing games with your husband. What were we saying?
I only just recently got the PS5, so I've only got the Spider-Man trilogy on it so far. You know, playing through the exclusives.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I've had Xbox for years, so most of the stuff that's multi-platform or stuff like that, I've got on my Xbox. I do have the fancy new computer. I've had it for a couple years, so I got a couple things on computer.
Right.
My Steam list, again,
Welcome.
computer's probably where I have most things that are not Xbox.
Oh wow, we just got ready. Hold on 1 second, John. Hey,
Oh,
welcome Raiders. Welcome. Thank you guys for checking out Cellcast and coming over with us. What were you guys? What was Cellcast talking about tonight? I feel like I should know since we're part of the network, but I don't. I'm sorry, Cellcast. I failed you. I'm a terrible friend. But what were you guys doing tonight? What were you guys discussing?
Welcome. Please make your choice.
I'm in the wrong bay here.
This is the mission desk.
We
Now
are
please make a
figuring out
choice.
what's killing me right now. Apparently, Kamen Rider, because he knows everything about this game, and he is a legend right now. Because what you get hit by is the atomic bazooka from Gundam GPO2 Physalis. Literally a bazooka with a nuke. I'm hoping this guy.
I told you they found nukes.
I'm hoping he's still in the lobby. He may not be because I died. Come on. Because I need to see what this looks like. That was insane, John. Absolutely insane. Insane.
Yeah.
Cellcast goes, just beat Freedom Planet, my dude. Rocket. Ah, here he is. Here he is. Okay. Sure enough, man. Atomic bazooka. And he has two of them. That's why it was back to back. It was 2 hits.
Wow.
Good golly. What in the world?
I told you, firing that thing off pretty regularly. It's 2 of them?
2 of them. And they're OP skills. They're not even... Good golly. No, they're not skills. They're just weapon. No. Are those weapons? Bro, those are just the weapons. Okay,
Yeah.
so let me explain to what's happening for you guys. In this game, you have your weapons. And so you can just shoot, right? So you have left arm, right arm weapons. And you can have 2. You can have a gun or a sword, and you can go back and forth between 2 pretty seamlessly in the middle of the game. This dude has atomic bazookas in both of them, right? And they just shoot. I thought this was like so they have these 2 other things, EX skills and OP skills, and these are things that have to charge, and they do a lot of damage. I thought that's what they were. No, they're just nukes. My dude has atomic nukes. They're not OP skills that charge up. They're not the EX skills. They need to be EX. Why are we not? This needs to be rebalanced, bro. Those weapons are OP.
Yeah.
Oh freaking Pete. Kamen
I
Rider
just
says,
fired them way too quickly for them to be skills. I could tell that much.
golly. Kamen Rider says the atomic bazooka is a weapon that you can only use on both hands, but also it comes with the shield of the Gundam as a skill. Good golly. Jason goes, what's better than an atomic bazooka? 2 atomic bazookas. Yeah, basically.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh my gosh. What else has this guy rocking? All right, so he's got a mega particle cannon, which is pretty tight. A Dragoon system, which I guess that's his funnels. Those have to be funnels. They look like funnels. And then there's funnel missiles. So he's got 2 types of funnels. What the crap? He has Stromfast. He has double Gatling guns, Tailblade, missiles. This guy is just set up. And both his palettes for OP skills are the same. So he can do the same. Well, no, they're different. What's different? Oh, he has a rocket anchor as one. Interesting. This is ridiculous.
Wow.
And they're not even that high. They're only like level 19.
They're only
What?
1 star.
What the crap? John, what is even happening in this room anymore? What?
So someone's power grinding. That's what's happening.
Bro, that is insane.
Well, hey, now you've got a target. You know what to look for.
I know, right? You got to find these things, though, in the game. What else is he rocking? He's got a rocket anchor, double Gatling guns, which I didn't like having double Gatling guns. The coloring is what's tripped me out the most. And I'm wondering if he did it on purpose so you can't see his build very well.
It's a good question.
Because it's hard to watch. It's legitimately hard to see. But the more I look at it, I'm starting to see beyond things. You know,
Yeah,
I'm
like
having the Matrix moment. You know, it's like
I
right
can
head.
identify
blood.
those double Gatlings right there. I can see that. He's
Yep.
got things sticking out everywhere.
Good night, man. Comment says for enemies in the game, the atomic bazooka, once you shoot it, the cooldown is very slow, so it takes a while to shoot again. Well, he was doing pretty good. I have to say, what's worse than atomic bazooka? Oh, 2 atomic bazookas. Yeah, basically. Oh my gosh, guys.
No, he says he means the cooldown is very low.
Yeah. Oh, very low. My bad. Man. All right.
This
We're gonna-
is the mission desk.
Let's hit a story mission, guys, to make me feel better about life.
All right. Well, I'll just go ahead and finish what I was saying. So,
Yeah, do it, man.
Aside from the Xbox, my second highest is probably PC. My Steam library has about 110 games in it.
Woo! I don't want to look at my Steam library, John.
That's the low games. My Xbox has over 900 in the games library.
Insert Vegeta meme here.
Yeah. So all in all, my games library is rocking at about 1,100 games.
What?
And the backlog is just... it's a bit much. There's a list.
Yeah. Brave, don't feel bad anymore. Meet John. He has a problem. We're going to start a 12-step program for that.
IR streamer. Hello.
Jason, take it easy, brother. Appreciate you. All right. So we're going to jump into Mission 22. This is so for those of you who are wondering what's taking place in the story here, I'm in the final chapter of the game, it's my understanding, and we've made it to a tournament. In the first round of the tournament, you have to find a golden ticket, and the drops are very rare, and you really have to grind. This is the story. I'm using quotation marks because it's set up for you to go through the story, obviously. And your characters, they find out there's 1 ticket left, and they've barely even finished the first round of their first mission in the tournament. And so end up fighting a giant SD Gundam. That phrase sounds weird, John. Giant SD Gundam. That doesn't make sense.
It's like jumbo shrimp. That's
And what it is, it's their, they made a perfect grade SD Gundam. Again, like jumbo shrimp, the sentence doesn't make sense if you're into Gunpla. but it's what they did, and it was wild. It turned into a dinosaur for a while and spun around like Gamera, shooting fire everywhere. It was wild. So Cass goes, what is this, Willy Wonka in the Gundam factory? Basically. So anyways, we find it, and everyone's excited, and it pans back, and there's this creeper dude who was trying to recruit you as the main character because you have these latent abilities, and they're upset that you made it to the tournament, and so said he's going to do some investigation in their player. Basically, they're going to be looking into, I think the guy's trying to figure out Lin, who seems to be some sort of AI that was come sentient. We're not sure how that happened. So figuring that out. Kama says, you still got one more chapter to go. There's 7 chapters. Let's go. That makes me feel good on the inside. I'm not going to lie. Kamen Rider, thank you, my friend. You are a statesman and a gentleman. Because honestly, the game felt a little quick, but I've been enjoying a lot of it. So, but that's where we are. But look at so you guys kind of have an idea of how this menu. I'm doing standard because I made the mistake of doing extreme. All right, extreme. Let me show you guys when I tried playing extreme back in chapter 1. I didn't do too well. I did the second mission in chapter 1. It was a breeze when I first played it. On extreme, I got a C ranking. That was bad, guys. That was really bad. So we're gonna play standard. Now, John, just so you know, I don't know if you plan on getting this game later. One thing I've enjoyed about this game is the harder you play, like if I were to do extreme or even hardcore, the drops would be so much bigger. Like the power and the abilities of them would be so much sweeter. Which is why I tried going back to chapter 1. I was like, cool, let me get some hardcore, high level Gundam wing parts. That was a mistake. I regretted that immediately. Common Guy goes, oh no, it'll be worse if you played new type difficulty. There's a new type to pick. What? What?
Okay.
Why are you telling me this?
So where are you at in the story? What mission are you on?
I'm on mission 22 and it's chapter 5. And according to Kamen Rider, there are 7 chapters, and the chapters seem to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 4 or 5 missions to them.
Okay.
So that's where I'm at.
You want to know a secret?
Please do.
You should be able to get the atomic bazooka already.
Where am I missing it at? Who has that?
So there are a few places where it can drop, but it says once you've completed quest mission 15, it should be unlocked in the store.
In the
This
store.
is the mission desk.
Hold on, rewind.
They were, but this battle tournament is just
All right, come on down the stairs. Come up to the friendly bear.
Welcome.
Hello, I would like to buy.
The kits are this way.
All right,
The builder's parts are this way.
I got a beam pistol, crackers, crest, double satellite cannon. I got a drill, just in
Okay.
case you need to do some carpentry work.
Right. What
GM
are Gunpla boxes?
The kits
So
are this way.
these are whole kits for like whole Gundams. So
Okay.
now, Kamen Rider, correct me if I'm wrong, but it seems to be as I encounter them in game, the boxes come available in here. And so if I want to get a whole Zagok, I can just purchase this Zagok, and I will have all the parts in the preset colors for it, and then I can add them. Now, they'll all be level 1. They're going to be low grade. I'll have to synthesize to bring them together, but that's what that is.
The builder's
Okay.
parts are
All right,
this way.
so
I just saw that off to the side, so I wasn't sure. I don't know if this is a box or if it's an individual weapon.
it should
It
be.
says it is in the shop as Gundam GP02A Physalis.
Yeah, that's what Kamen Rider was saying.
That is the name of it.
Rapier.
The
Well, let's
kits
see
are
here.
this way.
Let's go up to Gundam GP. Let's see if I got to buy the whole box for it. High Noon. Gundam Virtue. Rose. Perfect. NT. NT1. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K. G self. Ah, here we go. Here we go. So I just gotta buy the whole box. Maybe.
I guess.
Is this
So if you
from?
buy 2 boxes, do you get 2 atomic bazookas?
Is this from Thunderbolt? I feel like he's from Thunderbolt. Maybe not.
I really don't know the different series all that well.
Right. I understand that. I think he may be a Thunderbolt character. Comment says once the enemy pops up from box in game during missions, you can find them in the shop. And purchasing kits from the shop, yes, they do drop at level 1, but sometimes the rarity is random. Interesting. Let's get it. Oh my gosh, that's crazy, guys. All right, we'll go back. All right, so we bought this kit. Oh wait, did I actually pay for it, or
The
did I
kits
just
are this
add it to
way.
my? I think I just added it to my cart. The kits are pretty cool, man, and it's pretty neat. Like this one, this is Atlas Gundam. His from Thunderbolt. Let's see here. The Bear Gundams are funny to me. Like Bear Guy is just hysterical, and
Yeah, no, that's funny.
it's just great. Comment says GP2 is from Stardust Memories. Oh yeah. Hey babe. Love you. Good night. And yes, if you want 2 atomic bazookas, you have to buy it twice. I mean, that makes sense. That's fair. All right, let's go down. Blue Destiny. This, I mean, this is just an OP weapon, guys. It don't make no sense whatsoever. Freedom Gundam. The SD Gundams are funny looking. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of want to like just beef up the heck out of an SD Gundam and then troll people with it.
You know, go for it. Get an SD Gundam and give it the dual bazookas and give it the shield bazooka and
Just a walking time bomb. Oh my gosh. Comment says there's also a sort feature. Oh yes.
so in this case, would SD Gundam stand for self-destruct?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's pretty awesome. These are cool. I want to go. So the H Gundams. Gundam Age doesn't get a lot of love, and I understand why. But I kind of like the idea of like this one Gundam is constantly being like retrofitted and built up over decades. Like that's just cool to me.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Almost there. F91. I have a lot of love for F91. I know people don't like that movie, but it hits me special for some reason. All right. Purchase.
Where's the G Gundam?
Thank you
Can
very
I
much.
wear a cactus with a sombrero?
That's the Tequila Gundam.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Can I be a
you
Dutch
very
window?
much.
Kamen Rider, is the Tequila Gundam in this game ever? Is that a thing, my friend? Comment says also just as you say once you finish the game, master grade parts. Well, master grade parts are dropping. What the crap, dude?
You've got a lot to go.
Bro, you ain't joking,
you've got some grinding ahead of you.
man.
This game's more in depth than I realized, and I like that. I am digging that.
That's what I was talking with Branson about it, and he is just in love with some of the
The
stuff that's
builder's
taking
parts
place.
are this way.
All
Well,
right.
that's why I was asking you about it after you first streamed it, because it looked really interesting. I wanted to make sure there was substance there, and it's not disappointing.
Not at all. And I mean, now that he's telling me this, I'm like, man, that changes the game a little bit for me. It just as the depth of things go. And it makes me go, man, what else, are they going to do DLCs?
I don't know.
All right,
I
let's
don't
see. All right, let's go to sort, filtering, and we need to get rid of origins. I don't see Stardust Memories in there. Or is that Stardust Memories? No. Okay, there's Stardust Memory. Okay. All right. So what I'm doing, guys, is I'm filtering through all of the series that the Gundams are from, so that all I will see on the list is stuff from Stardust Memories, which, as Kamen Rider said, is where the gun comes from. He goes, also, as well as master grade kits will be in the shop. If you already have a high grade box in the shop, some of the mobile suits do have master grade, so you can just buy them. What? My dude. Dude, you're killing me over here, bro.
Wow.
All right. Okay. This should be. Oh, let me come back out, come back in. Assembly. Okay. We're looking for a beam rifle, guys, or an atomic rifle. Long rifle, machine gun, X-Diver, bazooka. I got a bazooka, guys. Let's see
There
here.
you go.
All right, so I got two. I got a level 3 and a level 2. Oh, I got, whoa, what? Hyper bazooka, unicorn. Okay. Oh, interesting. Well, what's the difference between the unicorn's bazooka and the atomic?
Well, that's a hyper bazooka. The other one is shooting nuclear missiles.
Yes. Now, legitimately, my hyper is a level 2 rarity. So I'm looking at the stats on the side here. So there's some stuff I'm gonna have to like weed through a little bit, because the long range gauge capacity does drop down a little bit, but that may be a product of it being what it is. Specs. All right, let's do it. Let's go full send.
I'm sure if you augment it with a sniper rifle for enhanced length, you'd be fine.
Oh my gosh. So Cass goes, I will probably be buying this game next month. My dude, come on, man.
It's looking pretty solid. I'm definitely interested in it.
Man, I'm just glad it's not bad.
I wish you had to crossplay. It'd be so fun.
I really hope that this game picks up and they work out the crossplay. I really, really hope that. All right, let's hear. I need the atomic. You know what? I wonder if it won't be as good if it's not atomic. We'll do a test run. We'll do a test run. Because I got several bazookas. That atomic, though, good night.
I think that's the whole point, is that it's the atomic one
I think so,
literally
too.
throwing out nuclear missiles.
All right, so we have two. We have a hyper, and we have an atomic. So let's do a test run. Equip, please. Cellcast goes. I shall create the ultimate G Gundam fighter. Do it, Cellcast. Do it. Comer goes. Every other bazooka just shoots rockets. An atomic bazooka, only one that does the nuke. Interesting. All right, I'm gonna back up a little bit. So that's the hyper. And 234.28. Not bad. Not bad. Oh my gosh! What is happening? This
I
should
heard
not.
your exclamation, because there's a delay since we're in chat. There's a delay between what you're saying and when it plays on stream, and that was worth it.
That is insane, bro. In the membrane.
Yeah. If you wanted to know what the difference is, there you go.
Oh, all right, cool. Well, it's in testing mode. Let's see if this is even practical in a mission. Well, I'll equip both bazookas, and I'm going to have to level them up. Oh my gosh, guys, what are we doing here?
All the good things, apparently.
All right, Look at him. Look at Hold on. Oh, I can't adjust it. All right, that's cool. All right, we'll synthesize. All right, let's up the plastics a little bit. All right, I'm trying to make sure everything's about the same. So 18. Parts evolve. All right. So what I did, guys, is I'm synthesizing the plastics. Now I've done two things. The first thing made it the level higher. So you guys see the massive jump we're already having taken place. It went from long range power to from 164 to 930, from long range type 101 to 118. So there's a big difference there. But also you see, because I went from a single star to a 3-star, now we have 2 new ability slots that we're going to grab from other things and put in there. Comment says every other bazooka. Oh, I already read that. All right, so let's see here. Let's grab a few things. Long range recovery speed, right machine gun level 6, attack power loss level 1. So what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to see what will transfer over that makes sense. Oh, we need to change our sorting thing out. Oh, okay, it's all good. All right, so because if I can find another one that has attack power parts loss level 1 or level whatever, what happens is it will just combine those. Those will stack. And then, so I'm looking at things I can stack, but also that I can add into it to beef this up. Kamen says, actually, I almost forgot there's one special bazooka from Gundam Age FX, which is the Daidal bazooka, which shoots beams and a long-lasting laser. Really? Now that sounds interesting. We have to check that out. All right, let's see here. Attack power left long range. Attack power right machine gun. Long range capacity machine gun. Attack power throw. Let's see here. I'm digging the music in the background. Like, it just feels right. Everything in this.
Yeah, no, it's nice.
Like, you could tell that they put a lot of love in this, and I appreciate that. And they learned. Like, there's elements of this that feel very much like Gundam Breaker Mobile, the mobile game they had came out last year, which I was excited about. I actually got in on the front end of it. I got to sign up for the beta. And because I was in the front end, I got all the parts I needed to do to create a Gundam Wing 01.
Oh, nice.
And that was pretty cool to start the game with. And then they were like, okay, there's some great things from new Gundam Breaker, and then there's some terrible things. So let's ignore all the terrible things and put all the good things from the first one into this. Okay. Yeah, let's add this one. Wait, is that... Maybe not. That's equipped already. No, it's not. All right, we'll do that. Flinch power. Okay, we'll grab that. Gatling. Long rifle. Long range gauge capacity. Okay, we'll grab that. All right, so what we're gonna do now that we've done that, we're going next, and we're gonna add stuff. So it stacked up a couple of them that had a flinch gauge up, which is just a matter of like how it recovers from certain things. So I'm gonna add this to here. The taco shop. All right, here we go. Music going. So Cascade player. I am on the PS5, bro. All right, and then. Hey. Long range recovery speed. We'll do that.
Pele 5 de Mayo, wait. Bienvenidos, we have everything for the hungry gringos.
Playing some new music now, okay. Bobo, how you doing, my brother? I apologize. I didn't say hi to you when you came in. All right, let's level these up. All right. A little Sun Moon spin. This is the same music going on in the background.
So
All right.
here's a question for you.
Yes,
you
sir.
were talking about wanting to build up an SD Gundam to make it that powerhouse. Is there a difference between the Gundam types, or is it just superficial appearance? 'Cause I know you were talking about the head shapes and the stuff like that when you were doing it earlier
Yeah.
last time.
So all right, come back over here. All right, so let's go back to the head shape. We got Dragon Gundam, okay, and he has his abilities and stuff right here. But what I'm looking for is all you got to look through this information to understand what you're working with, obviously. But you go to specs, and you see that it has its own stuff. Some of this can be leveled up, but then you look at the OP skill, braided sword. That's a specific thing that comes only with this Gundam head. And so go to the body, Burning Gundam. Burning Gundam has EX skills, hyper mode, and Shaihuku Hayu Dodin. Don't know what it's called, how to pronounce it, but I know it does some amazing stuff in battle.
I think that's the burning finger.
Okay, yeah, that might be it.
No, I have no idea. I'm just...
But it only comes with that suit. And then there are other ones like terrible thing. Wing all right, from Gundam Wing units 0, 1 through 5, they all come with self-destruct. And it just blows up. I've never tested. I'm like, I don't want that. Because I don't think there's a recovery from that. Like, it's just, you're done. It's a one and done thing. And so
that does sound like that.
So some of it is that. There is a level of that. And so there's certain things that just, and so when you're building your Gundam, you got to look at the parts and go, what is your gameplay style like? And what do you want to do? I'm going to play with these bazookas, but my gameplay style is normally, I try to build them fast, and I try to to get in, do hits, get out, get in, do hits, get out. That's normally how I do. The bazookas are kind of tank style, obviously. So we're going to try that out, see how that works with us. Catch up on chat here. So, Cass, I wanted to make sure it was possible to play together. Yeah, man, apparently there's no crossplay, so it's definitely going to have to do that if you want to do that. Cellcast goes, well, Burning Gundam is the second Gundam of the G Gundam Protag. So they do have Shining Gundam, and they also have they have the version of Burning Gundam from the Gundam Breaker series in this also, Cellcast. All right, so let's go ahead and we're going to synthesize this one. Plastics. Now, if there's a part that you're wanting, you're like, man, I really want this. There is a way to, like, if it's in a family. So, like, there are 3 different Gundam wings. There's Wing 01, Wing 00, Endless Waltz, and then there's Proto Gundam. And if they're in the same family, you can, it's not synthesized, but you can create those by combining certain parts together to create the one you want. And that's kind of a cool ability. I mean, there's a lot of head game in this that you got to work out.
Right.
And I think that's one of the things I like about it is just the thought process that goes into some of this gaming. All right, come back over here. Now we need to add a few things to this. Let's see here. We got long range, and then attack power at level health at low level. That's pretty cool. All right, we're gonna add this Zaku bazooka into it. Attack power barrage OP. Okay. All right, I think that'll be enough. Coming over here. Okay, nothing stacking, but we're gonna grab this here. Long range, gauge cost, Gatling gun, left rifle, speed. Yes. Add that in. Attack power throw OP. All right, that should be good. Next, and synthesize. Cellcast goes. Of course, Burning Gundam in Japan is actually God Gundam. Yeah, that's true. Kamen goes, you can actually use whatever skill on whatever mobile suit once you've mastered the skill for that you have to level up the rarity. Interesting. Kamen Rider, this case, the max upgrade rarity is gold 5-star. What? Wow. So, how long have you been playing the like? Kamen Rider, clearly you're a fan of the game. How long have you been playing, my friend? All right, we're gonna jump into a mission, guys, and I'm probably gonna have to crash after the mission because I have work in the morning.
This
All
is
right.
the mission desk.
Story desk. I love this world. Like, I genuinely, John, I love the fact that, like, it's like the idea is that you've built your Gunpla and you've put it in this thing and you're in this digital VR lobby, which honestly, I think they're trying to emulate. They created this thing called Gundam Meta, which is this like online meta Gundam world basically for Gunpla. And
Yeah.
I think they've tried to recreate that world in this, basically. Oh my
Okay.
gosh. I'm trying to get my hands.
It makes sense for why all the different genres and all the different versions are there.
Yeah.
So
Definitely.
I'm digging that.
Yeah.
Kind of like being super meta about itself. It's a digital game where you play as the Gundams that you're creating, and so
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, man. Now, I'll say this. I got a buddy of mine here in town. He's going to try to let me borrow his Meta Quest because later this month or next month, they're dropping a new Gundam series, but it's only in VR. That's all in place
Okay.
again. It's called Gundam Phantom something or another. And so I'm gonna be
Phantom neck pain.
no, but it's Phantom something, and so I'm gonna be checking that out later this year. Hopefully doing an episode about it on
Some
our
things
stuff.
can only be
here we go.
learned in battle.
This is their AI what do you call her? Idol, like the singing idols that you have.
Sure. Yeah.
This is their version of that. So hence why her
Okay.
pigtails are not connected to her head. I don't know if you may notice that, but yeah. Gundam Phantom Stranger. Is that Phantom Stranger? That might be it. I don't know.
Hello, everyone in the
Oh,
lobby.
she's
It's
perky.
me, MC Rico.
Rico.
Thank you again for being our guest commentator, Mr. Gunpla.
All right, this guy right here, Mr. Gunpla, who's still in the 70s.
That's a big thing for him. That's
Is
a
it?
big thing for well, not like just anime in general. Like you notice that as a character design.
That's true. That's true. Well, anyways, in the game, there's a guy who's part of my clan, named, we just call him Mister, and he's using the Mr. Gunpla avatar, using quote unquote. I think it's actually him though. Sokas says, "Oh, she's a VTuber." Not quite. Although, side note, I am looking at possibly doing some VTubing stuff in the future. I'm working on a side project where VTubing would possibly be a thing I need to use, and so I'm looking
thing
at
you need to use.
yes.
Required VTubing. Interesting.
So I'm working on that low key in the background. I'm bare bones, but I'm interested in looking into it. Common says, been playing since the first Gundam Breaker 2 on PS3. My dude, that was difficult because it was Japanese only. And then playing on the PS4 Gundam Breaker 3 with the English subtitles port of the game. My dude, nicely done, sir. So I wanted to play Gundam Breaker 3. Never got a chance to. My first Gundam game, though, and I just got a device that might make it possible for me to stream it. I'm hoping. But it's the PS2 Mobile Dynasty Warriors Gundam 2. I love that game. I have logged well over 1,000 hours. I remember getting that game. It was my birthday. My sister and I went down to GameStop, and that was her birthday gift to me that year. And over 1,000 hours, I kid you not, playing that game. And so I might actually be able to play it on stream. I don't know. We got to experiment. I got to see if I can hook it up to my TV the first off. But that's a thing taking place. All All right.
Yeah, I had a demo
I could
disc of
never
one of
refuse
those, so
someone
I
as
played a little
cute
bit
as
of
you.
it, but I never was able to get a full copy of the game.
Bro, so good. So good.
I mean, just the Dynasty Warriors formula in general. If they've got a good property with
yeah.
it, I love that stuff.
Totally. Common goes, yes, bro. Dynasty Warriors Gundam 2 was amazing. It was, dude, it was très magnifique. I got Dynasty Warriors Gundam 3 for the PS3. It didn't have the same magic to me, but it was really good still.
The first round of the battle tournament is over,
All right.
and the winners are moving on to the second stage of the tournament bracket.
Second stage.
And my goodness, some of those first round fights were exciting. What a fantastic display of skill and teamwork.
This lady is super excited. John, this is who you need to emulate the next time you MC a fight.
All right, I'll work on my pigtails.
No. The guy with the fro. The guy with the fro.
My hair doesn't do that. I'd have better luck with the pigtails.
John, we can get you a wig, okay? We can do that. Joshua goes, you're still on? I'm still here at work. My dude, how's work going, bro?
They were, but this battle tournament is just getting started.
Like, do you hear the inflection and how power, like, this is the guy you need to emulate, John. That's just how
No,
it
in
is.
order to
Even
talk to
more
you, I've
intense
got the
battles to
volume down to
come.
1% on the stream.
Understood. He's like, I'm hoping for even more intense battles to come.
Well, that was me during the boxing event.
That's- Oh my gosh. Babo says, she is all of the excite. She is all the excite. That is correct, Babo. Common says, the last one I played was Dynasty Warriors Gundam Reborn on the PS3.
We'll be here the whole time.
Is that
to
the
cheer
one that was a
everybody
PvP
on,
only
so
online
get out
experience?
there and
I think
do
I played
your
that.
best.
And I didn't like the fact that I had to have PSN to play it. Like, that bothered me.
I mean, if it's Dynasty Warriors, I wouldn't expect it to be online only PvP.
No, Gundam Reborn. It was a separate game.
Mister's right. The battle
Oh,
tournament
well, he
is
said
practically
Dynasty
just
Warriors
starting.
Gundam Reborn.
Anything
Oh,
could happen in
maybe?
the later
Okay.
rounds.
Are we talking about the same thing then? And I'm just being dumb?
But after that last win, I'm feeling confident we can handle whatever this tournament throws at us.
Couldn't answer that one for
Let's
you.
keep it up.
I'm normally pretty dumb. So this is the SD player, Tao. And this dude, the stories get deeper than they should. They really do. And he's like working on like a lot of self like esteem issues. He was bullied real hardcore in
Well,
school.
he is SD Gundam.
Yeah, but and then in this game, there's a whole mission where you're actually playing it. We're playing against another team, and they pull in this last minute recruit who was one of his biggest bullies, and he had to like kind of push past that and like overcome the moment. It was like a really touching thing.
The more experienced our
Oh,
enemies, the more
And then
they'll
this guy right
underestimate
here.
us.
This guy, he's like the classical like, I'm a ladies' man. How's it going? But then on the back end, you realize that he's not just an idiot, but rather he's actually used to be one of the top graded Gunpla gamers in the game. But his team, when they went to tournament, he was told that he was going to have to sub out one of his people for basically a sponsorship reason. And so he says, fine, bet, I'm out. And he left so that some of his friends could do it. And he just didn't want to talk about it. And he kind of got like depressed. And so there's this whole fight where we're playing against his old team, and they basically have to remind him of why he got into Gunpla to begin with. like these are like Saturday morning, Lifetime, more deep than they should stories, guys, happening in this game.
I wouldn't be so sure if I were you, Mushma.
Oh,
You know what would be real cool?
huh.
As if they had the Yokohama Gundam in it.
That would be cool. That would be cool. All right, Yuki's coming up. Yuki is this guy's rival who reminded him of why he was doing stuff. Did he change his gunpla?
Who are you?
Oh, never
Sorry,
mind.
I never
This is a
remember
different
guys'
person.
faces.
Not who I thought it was.
Oh, come on. Not this again.
Oh, never mind. It is the same guy.
You're too easy.
He caught me
Yuki.
too.
So wait, if you're stopping by, I assume that means
You guessed it. I came to let you know we'll be facing your team again in the second round.
That makes sense.
Oh, dang. We're going up against Nishiwaki Engineering again?
I know I'm blocking them, but these character responses, they're kind of funny, guys. Like, I kind of want stickers of some of these responses. in like GIFs. I want to make some of these GIFs, just like to respond in text messages. These would be great. Socast goes, I'm starting the game. Did you get the game, Socast?
I mean,
I
you
guess
still
Washington
have
did
a
say something
ton
about them
of
playing in
emote
this round.
slots on your Twitch channel. Just
gotta
throw them out.
I gotta find a way to pull these off. I may have to screenshot or something like that. Real Cellcast, did you just get the game? I do! Cellcast, welcome to the world of Gundam Breaker, my dude. Happy Gunpla building. I'm gonna recommend this to you. Take your time, have fun. I powered through a lot because for the sake of the review that we're doing, but like the diorama mode, all kinds of stuff. Have fun, dude. Like genuinely just have fun with the game. All right,
Hey, guys.
let's see here.
Long time no see. I was...
Oh, you noticed? Thanks. We're kind of on a roll right now.
We need more than one win for a roll, Tao.
Okay, so speaking of deep characters, Lynn right here, right? There was a mission a while back. Mister took my character on a 2-player solo mission, right? In the middle of it, he starts talking about Lynn. Come to find out, her parents are dead, and she went into this huge depression, kept everybody at arm's length with her. He's been worried about her. Why he's involved with her life, we don't know, but he's really worried about her as a whole. And like, he's super thankful for your character for like just being a decent human being and loving on her where she's at and creating an environment for her to grow and to be okay. And I was like, man, I love this storyline so much.
That is
It's
like
true.
random
We've all
stuff to
grown
put in a
confidence
game
and
about
skill
playing a
since our
game.
early battles.
Right?
He should be proud.
Like, it makes it worth it for me. I'm like, I love these stories that are taking place.
Oh yeah, no, don't get me wrong. That's fantastic. It's just so out there to have that meta story like that, you know?
This girl, Sheena, right here, she's a rich girl who, like, she's like, it's that stereotypical, like, Japanese, I must do everything for the honor of my family and do whatever they want me to do type of mindset. And
Right.
it's a mindset, honestly, I think some American audiences will get lost with. And I can see some people misconstruing it as like teaching your kids to be rebellious when that's not really what's taking place. But she was going to quit something that she genuinely loved because of her family's responsibilities. But she kind of stood her ground and she's like, I'm doing this. Kamen Rider goes, well, trust me, there's still more and lots of plot twists to take place. What the crap, Kamen? Thank you so much for letting me know that, my friend.
Plot twist, Mister is the depressed girl, and that's his way of thanking you.
Oh my
She's
gosh.
right. They've come a long way. There's still...
All right.
Well, not if I can help it.
All right.
We've
Let's see
earned
here.
our seed slot. And you're not the only ones who've improved.
Oh, good.
It's time for that promised payback.
I have bazookas. We'll see how good you are this time, buddy.
I'd better go get ready. Gonna need to be in top form if we want to take you on.
I was
Yeah.
gonna make a joke, but I gotta remember this is the family-friendly stream.
Yes, this
time
is.
for payback. I guess that means I've got to be in this one.
All right. Okay, so I'm going to be running with Mashima and who else? Probably going to end up running with, if I had to guess in this story, probably Lin. If I had to guess. Lin hasn't talked about. Lin's is one in is the blue one in the middle who looks exactly like the pink one. Kamen Rider, don't say nothing. But I'm thinking that she's an AI that was birthed out of some sort of like her dealing with her own frustrations. I don't know, but we're gonna play with it.
So do you ever get the ability to choose which of your teammates go with you, or is
Yes.
it always just chosen through the story?
So when you do the other modes, like what's it called? Bounty Hunt, which is the mode that you saw me playing earlier where I was getting destroyed by the freaking archangel from the Bible. All right. And then with his guns of blazing. And then also there's another mode in here. You can choose who you go with you. The thing is, I've got to look back into these characters because when I run with Lin and Tao, if I'm down, they come and they give me buffs. Like they revitalize me. Both of them do. When I do without them, nobody comes to help me out. And you only get 3 revive tickets. So it was super frustrating. Kamen Rider goes, yeah, I'm not the type to spoil anything. Just enjoy it. I will, my dude. He goes, I mean, I'm not the type to a person to spoil anything. I appreciate it, bro.
Oh, I'm surprised, Lynn.
Oh, wow, running with
If
Lynn.
I'm going to be good enough to face Meister Jin, then
You
I'll need
nailed
to
it.
fight more
I
pro
did.
teams.
All right, then let's do
Okay,
it.
so yeah,
You
no,
got
that
this,
was my
Lynn.
question. Was like in the story if they ever gave you the ability to choose, or if it was
Yeah.
all
No, story-wise, there's a reason for everyone being where they're supposed to be.
right.
And so Lynn, she's on this journey to be the best, and she gets really
I've
frustrated.
heard that before.
Yeah, and
The best there ever was.
yeah, she's on a quest to catch them all the Gundam parts, and but she her thing though, it's she kind of acts bratty on the front end, and she kind of acts like she doesn't like your character, but it boils down to the fact that she hates being taken care of and feeling like she's a burden. So she's pushing herself to be a better Gunpla fighter so that she can be a better match with you as a friend, because she doesn't want you to think that she's a burden. She wants to help take care of you.
Right.
Again, what's up with these stories, guys? Like, holy crap.
I believe in you, Lynn.
Go, Lin.
I wouldn't want anyone else going up against a professional team like them.
Thank you so much, everyone. I'll be sure to do my best.
You do it, Lin.
Which leaves one more.
Me? Huzzah! With my cape.
How about you? Great, that's everyone. Let's get to it.
All right, I will say this, guys. My cape is not just a fashion statement, although it is quite stylish. The cape that I have, I love the cinematic. This is a great cinematic. The cape that I have is actually built in such a way that it automatically deflects laser beams. So it's a form of protection that's, I don't have to activate it. It just does its own thing. It eats up a slot, one of my slots for OPs, but it works great automatically. All right, here we go. Mission start with the bazookas.
I've never seen you
Yeah,
so serious,
that works.
Mashima.
That works really well.
Sorry, I was just
What the
thinking.
crap, guys? What just happened here?
Thinking? Wait,
The
hold
game
on.
win
Are
button
you
has been
nervous because
found.
It's Yuki that we're up against?
I was with Lilin last time, and this time I'm with you. Things keep going this way.
All right, it didn't do it automatically.
Finally get paired up with my girl Sheena next time.
All right.
You never change, do you?
Holy crap,
Of
guys.
course not.
What
It's
is
pretty hard
happening
to
in-
improve on perfection.
Oh
Lin.
no.
You figured out why you were
Oh my
dying
God,
into
get a
it.
better
I did, but
personality.
now
Let's just go.
they're not loading as fast as I thought they would. So I'm gonna have to actually fight for a minute. I am curious how they could do against a perfect Gundam though, because that is gonna be a problem with the perfect Gundam. Those fights those take a lot of work, and you have to have a lot of firepower for certain things.
Right, that's the one we saw you fighting last stream, right?
Yeah, well, it was one of the ones. Yeah. Cellcast goes, tutorial mission done. How to customize. Now to customize Gunpla. Do it, my dude. Dude, seriously, have fun just customizing. That's half the fun of this game. Camera goes, like I said, the cooldown is very slow on the atomic bazooka. Yeah, no joke, my dude. Oh my gosh.
So you're gonna have to figure out a way to enhance the cooldown speed.
Yeah.
And,
Because it seems like the people we're
Maybe
playing
they're-
against, they were like popping it out like crazy. Unless
Yeah.
they just had something else happening that was I didn't know about.
I mean, he had two of them. There's got to be some way of maximizing cooldown, either with the
Right.
abilities you can draw or.
Oh heck, I lost a weapon. All right, activate funnels. Come on, take him out. Just stay dead. Okay? That's all I'm asking. Is just stay dead. Oh my gosh. Alright, that was one atomic weapon. Alright, you, sir, need to go away. All right. So, Common Rider, I'm assuming you're a Gundam fan. I gotta know, have you seen the live-action Gundam series G-Savior? Oh gosh. Have you seen that particular piece of cinematic history? I'm not gonna say how I felt about it. I just want to know if you've seen it.
Okay, next one.
John, have you seen it?
I have not. I know you were talking about it and you showed the trailers for it. I don't have a lot of opportunity to consume media, especially lately.
I understand that.
Any free time I do have, I'm usually trying to stream myself. So.
That's fair. That is definitely fair. Oh my gosh. Did he just dodge it? Teach me your ways, new Gundam. Amuro, how did you do that? Are you a new type? Come on. All right, this guy should not be difficult to take out. All right, here we go. Okay, I like the bazooka, but the limitation's driving me nuts a little bit. Because I often go back and forth between shooting and hitting with the weapons. Catch up on chat real quick. Conrad goes, I have a build where I use that, and the best way to shoot more and the cooldown speed goes faster is to increase both capacity and cost. Capacity, the cost where it takes less from the gauge, and recovery for the cooldown to go faster. Gotcha. He goes, yes, I have seen G-Savior. They even referenced it in showing Mobile Suit in a quick fight in Gundam Build Fighters anime. I did see that. So the reason I'm asking, do they have it in this? Like, is that a thing? That would be funny. That would be funny if that was in here. Side note, Kamen Rider. We're Geek Devotions. We do a lot here, okay? We have weekly YouTube videos that we do. We take geek culture, we usually let people know love and they're cared for. But then we have several podcasts. We have 2 podcasts that you may be interested in. One is called The Bottom Shelf. And on The Bottom Shelf podcast, last year before last, we did an episode covering G-Savior. Second thing is this. One that you may be more interested in. We have a podcast called The Gundam Watch. WATCH, as in you're watching it. And we're reviewing various Gundam series. We actually are going to be doing a episode reviewing this next week. So that's the thing, my friend. And we're actually going to be doing a thing. In fact, let me do this. I'm going to put this in the thing. I just dropped a link for our Discord, hopefully, in the chat. In our Discord, there's a section for the Gundam Watch. I'm going to ask for people's views or thoughts on the Gundam Breaker 4. Leave your thoughts, and we might reference you in the conversation, my friend. Comment says, sorry to say, but no, they don't have G-Savior in here. A lot of people already made custom builds to look like it. Oh, that's really cool. But who knows? It could be a DLC, right? Well, we've already gotten 2 DLCs, apparently. All right. That was one thing, John, is that when they this did so well, like in the first 2 days, that they went ahead and gave us 2 extra models that they weren't planning to drop for a while.
That's awesome.
I thought so. Oh my gosh, that is aggravating. You, sir, need to go. Get that shield out of my way. Nobody likes you. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Take him out. I mean, clearly people like you. I mean, that's the thing. Oh, come on. Try to take both those guys in the same shot. This is really messing with my playstyle, guys. Again, the way I play, the way I built my Gundam before it is I do a lot of like shooting, get in tight, kind of take them off a little bit, do a few hits, back up, do some shooting, throw them off guard, and then come in. And because the part of it is you want to have continual hits to continue to build up the break amount. The more you have your breaker level, the higher it is, the more breaks you have, and of course you get stuff. Woo! V Gundam! Let's go, baby.
That one's gonna be trouble.
Oh no! Dang it. That's not what I wanted. Come on. There we go. Come on. No, no, don't come off them. Stay right there. Stay on target. Come on.
It does seem to pull that build off then. That guy with his nuclear arsenal.
Say what?
I was just gonna say that guy with his nuclear arsenal was pretty in your face.
Yeah.
So it seems like to build up that sort of play style, if you're going to focus on that, you definitely do need to focus on melee and defense.
Yeah, definitely.
At least a degree.
All right. There's another one over here. There he is. Get out of here. Now, every so often on my radar at the top right, you might see a little gold dot. Those are small things that if you hit them, you get like bonuses out of them, like a lot more of the in-game currency dash other breaks. And so I have to keep an eye out for those also. All right, and enemy player approaching. So this is where in the world of the game, we're doing these missions, and then the last round, you fight the enemy team that you're playing against. Let's see here. Catch up on the chat real quick. Common Writer says, well, the 2 kits that are coming out are free updates, DLCs. There's actually 5 DLCs that are coming out with both mobile suits, missions, and other things. My dude, where are you getting this information? We need to be friends. Because usually in the Breaker games, the DLCs, it's usually 4 to 5 new mobile suits. So who knows? G-Saver might be one of them. Maybe. I just like the idea of it. Like, I know it wasn't a good movie. That's the reason why we covered it on our show, The Bottom Shelf, where we purposely watch terrible movies. But it's still it's a thing. So what's your favorite Gundam, Common Rider? Who's your go-to? I know Cellcast, his is the guys from what do you call it?
You ready?
Can't say words. What are words today? From
better than before.
G-Fighter.
Can't wait
All right.
to see it.
Okay.
I'm not just gonna let you
What I
win.
need to do is try to back out and get these guys all to group together.
This is unbelievable. They're both so intense.
There we go.
It's like they're in their own private match. Hey,
Oh.
we need to get in there. We can't let Mashima have all the glory.
All right, let's launch the funnels. Get out. Get in there. Come on. Come on. Get them out. So one of the things I did, John, purposely is I made sure that one of my missiles that I have, it actually attacks all the enemies at the same time. It's kind of a multi-targeting thing. And it's because, like, sometimes when you're in here, man, they are on top of you, just grouping you up. And you gotta be able to get them out of the way. Just so you have a little breathing room to function, do what you need to do.
I get that.
Oh my gosh. That was not on purpose. But it worked. I was saving that. Oh, come on. I am fight. Everything in me is going, don't shoot. Like, it is so hard to not just shoot at these guys. But now I understand why the Gundam that these came from, he's got those heavy shields because he needs them.
Yeah.
'Cause
There was also, well, that was another thing. Remember, it said that there was, Kamen Rider said that the shield has a skill to shoot the nuke also.
Yeah. Did you get out of the way of that thing? I didn't
He
appreciate
also
that.
had Gatling guns, too.
Let's go back and look at that, see what's happening with that. Oh my gosh! I just need you to stop. Yes, G Gundam Succast. Thank you, bud. Kamen Rider goes, I mean, 4 to 5 new mobile suits in each DLC, so we're looking at a total of 20 to 25 new mobile suits. My dude. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's a lot. Like, everyone's
That's a
like,
good
like Street Fighter what?
Yeah, I mean, that's a good update schedule. That's pretty intense.
Woo!
I should have known. Even after all this time, you still managed to be better than I remember.
That was difficult, guys.
Some things haven't changed, Yuki. I never would have made it this far.
Also, with
without
that
the
many
friends who
mobile
fought
suits,
by
who
my
knows?
side.
Maybe one of them is the Tequila Gundam.
Maybe it is a Tequila Gundam. Everyone start doing a Twitter campaign to Bandai. We want the Tequila Gundam. That comment says my favorite Gundam series is G Gundam, Gundam Wing, and Gundam all Gundam Seed series. My dude. Double O was solid. Yep, that's a good one.
Another G Gundam enjoyer.
My dude. So
Whatever.
I tell you this, seeing Gundam Freedom in theaters. Oh, I can now select custom poses in my room. Let's go. But seeing Gundam Seed Freedom in theaters, that was pretty cool. Seeing a Gundam movie in theaters, I loved it. So Cass says, no, I want the Kangaroo Gundam. I can now make dioramas in my room. Oh, that's good to know. Hate to leave my room to make dioramas. Terrible. That wasn't bad. All right, let's see what we got here. We got a level 4 Saber. Harushiki. Not bad, not bad, not bad. Ooh. Hello. That was not a bad beam saber. At all.
Now, can you find the beam saber that has a nuclear weapon attached to it?
Right. I call it the Gunblade. Another hyper bazooka.
So all we gotta finish. That's all we gotta.
Right. Let's see here. Suzabi. A Jagan. I'm not gonna lie. Most time when you see a Jagan in a game, they're playing them as they're more like the commandos, and they're weapon specific. And the ones that are like they're like built like snipers. They're pretty cool. When I played a Jagan when I did the Overwatch clone, and because he was a sniper, and it was pretty good. When you could group up and play like that, when the people actually thought about it, it worked pretty good. Common goes, actually, what's your friend's code in game that I can send you a friend request? In game? Let me find that out, my friend. Let me finish going through here and we'll try to find out what my friend code is. Because I'm not sure. Let's see here.
Well, there's no cross-play, but can you still be friends?
I don't know.
Can you do anything that would benefit? Like, is that just for multiplayer, or can you, like, send stuff? Can you...
I have no idea. I've yet to do it. You know, Ranson, he's got the game, but we haven't had a chance to do anything.
I'm just there to ask the hard-hitting questions.
You are, man. This is why we have Valve in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Ask the hard questions to make Dallas go, I don't know. And to make Dallas go, Kamen Rider, what do you think, bud? Kamen goes, I'm on PS4 and I have friends on PS5 and I have this game. Well, the question is, because like Fruitiger, Val, he doesn't have PSN, so he was looking at getting on either Switch or his computer. But they don't allow crossplay apparently for that. Ooh.
No, there is no crossplay. There is backwards compatibility between PS4 and PS5, but there's no crossplay.
Oh, score! I got some Parts of Hands 3. Let's go. All right, not bad, not bad. All right, so we're gonna go. No, don't sell it. I want to continue. Next. I keep hitting the wrong button. All right.
Well, stop it.
Colin goes, yeah, nothing. Anything else? There's no crossplay. See, that's my hope, is that they get that in the next update. You okay, Lynn?
You're awfully quiet, Lynn. What's the matter? You feeling a little starstruck after seeing me in action?
Yeah, I don't think so.
Like I said, he's all like, hey, I'm a ladies' man. And they're all like, you're an idiot. Like every time. And Lynn's just like not having his best at all. And he's like madly in love with Sheena for some reason. And I think Lynn's a little bit jealous, honestly.
You and Yuki were pretty incredible,
Fair
though.
point, fair point.
Battles between pro builders aren't just intense. They're just so much more.
That's fair.
It's true. These fights can get pretty advanced. I'm glad you enjoyed the show.
Yeah, I feel like I definitely learned a few things.
I'll say this. What she was talking about, like advanced builders, it really is more intense when I jump into the bounty hunt one and I go against guys who are even just the models. Because again, it's AI taking over people's models of the higher level ones. Holy crap, dude. I had this one that I fought against. And it literally, it's like they framed it up. There's certain parts that they're wings basically, but they're also shields. And they framed this thing up and they maneuver them. So it looks like the biblical description of angels. And apparently it had several of these bazookas on attached to it. But everything was like level 40. And it was insane. I think I was like level 15 at the time. And it was an absolute insane fight.
So, thanks and stuff.
What's this? Approval from Lynn herself? Wow, I really did win big today.
It's funny. That's genuinely funny, guys. All right, let's find our friend code. Let's see here. All right, comment. Where would I find my friend code in this game? Or is it just, are you talking about my PSN? Which one are we talking about, my dude? Information, terms of use. Profile card. I got my profile card. In-game friend code in the profile card. Ah, there we go. My online ID is SirXRome, SIRX. Oh, friend code. There it is, down at the bottom. It is 7183916334. That is my in-game friend code. In Cellcast, if you're listening, you might want to grab that, my dude. This is my gunpla at the moment. I had no intention of him being with the Reaper sickle, but it just kind of works. You got ads? No, Common Rider. Oh man! All right, hold on. Let me see. Let's do it in the chat here. 71839163334. Just copy that down. 7183.
I just took a screenshot.
My dude. 6334. There we go, guys. Sean is in the chat on the YouTube side. Hello's just going to be listening. Also, I have a question. What would you rather wear to bed as pajamas? The UA tracksuit or the vault suit or Inuyasha's robes? Weird question. Tracksuit, I feel like would be baggy, but not as baggy as the Inuyasha's robes. Probably be more comfortable to do those, but the vault suit would be I'm ready to go if something happens. So those are my answers for you, bud.
Treat curling just like it's a real sport.
Comrade says, okay, I sent it. Once it's sent, it'll pop up in game mail. Oh, cool.
Can't understand the thing they're talking about. Ooh, I did
Friend
it.
requests. Let's go.
Nice.
Cool.
I need to keep doing that.
I will accept. Let's go. I am now friends. I have a friend in the game. So can I see your profile now? How does that work out? Profile card, player guide, messenger, unread. Let's see here. So, Cass, I'm in a cutscene, my dude. Sean goes, I feel like the tracksuit really looks like pajamas. It does, but zippers are uncomfortable when you sleep. I don't know if you noticed that. All right, let's see here. I'm trying to figure out, like, can I see your card? Are you flying around here? Are you in my lobby now?
I take it you mean the so-called miracle team?
Nope, Mashima, Lin. Kai, Lapis, commercials. Let's see here. I got these. I can wave at people. The same email you can view profile card. Oh, okay. Click on option. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Oh, okay. Bam. There we go. Let's see what you're rocking here, man. Let's see. What the crap is that? What is that? Gundam pawn name. N-Wing X. My guy. That's terrifying. You're ranked 51? Dude.
Did we just find the nuclear swords you were looking for?
I mean, I think so. He goes, it's from Armor Core 5 Verdict Day. My dude, I respect that. Oh my goodness. Title, Divine Surveyor, or Server. Oh my gosh. Clan name, Free Agent. Endless Waltz, G Gundam, 00. Nice, nice, nice. Giving you a good build, my dude. View gallery. View players gallery. Yeah, let's check out your gallery, my dude. Let's check out your dioramas. Oh. Okay. Took a second to load. Cool, cool. Woo! Look at that. Look at that one, John. That's what's up.
Shiny.
How do can I like that? Is there a way to like that? Give a good build, my man. Let's go. Sean goes, as the sergeant once said, what's that, Private Pile? Oh, man. Sorry.
I do like the way the neon plays off that. That look nice.
Oh, yeah, yeah. So this, it looks like you're using the build from Breaker. That's what that looks like. Man, that is just fresh, dude. That is sick looking. I like this Anubis looking in the sunset looking design you got here.
Oh, yeah.
That's what's up, my man. Oh, that's cool. I'm not gonna lie. Comment. I don't know how you feel about the actual blades. I have a love for the look of the blades, but they don't seem like they do much. You know what I'm saying? They're lacking. I earned a trophy. My first good build. Hey. All right. Gallery, Gunpla. All right, let's check out his build, ladies and gentlemen. This is where we look at his build. Oh my gosh. It moves so quickly. Good golly. Kamen Rider. Dude, you are building some monsters here. The head is Gundam Genshin Remake. Level 29 head. Sean goes, oh, the sunset is good. It is, isn't it? And the color palette's more
stars are glowing.
It's like Texas. The stars are bright. No, sorry. Let's see here. The body is Gundam Camrus. Okay. Right arm is Epion. Yep. I can see the Epions. That makes sense. Man, that glow effect though. Jeez. Common goes, some of these I'm just working on building them, and then later I'll upgrade them. Okay, bet. Let's see here. The legs are Palace. Okay, I can see that now. Let's see here. Backpack is Gundam DX. And then you got a Sig Maxis rifle, GN swords. That's what the swords are. The GN swords. And a radiator shield. Interesting. Skills are armor repair, atomic bazooka, melee battle claw, Epion claw, 2 Epion claws. Total specs. All right. Comrade goes, 2 of them are basically the same, just one with glow and the other one goes into overdrive mode like in the game. Oh, bet. Very cool. Wow. And Cellcast sent me a thing. Cool. I'll check that out. Sean goes, the mechs do fly so big and nice deep in the heart of Japan. I love you, Sean. You're a good dude, man. All right. Helios reverse. Oh, dude. Okay. And is this the other one? Man, these are sick, bro. There are legitimately some amazing designs you got here. Zone of Ender Anubis. Dark Striker Gundam. Wow. Bro, what is happening with these builds, man? These are sick. I have a... Dude, these are some great builds. I respect this so much. Great job, dude. Let's go ahead and grab...
You did say if you mastered the skills, you could put them on any Gundam. So.
Yeah. All right, let's go back to the mail, because we should have a friend request from Cellcast. G. George, Gargling George. Uh-oh. I got the... My controller starting to get the glitch. Profile card. Let's see what G. George... Ooh, look at you! Come on, G. George! I see you, Georgie! This is, so everyone starts off with the RX-78. And he did some customizations.
Looking fresh.
Yep. Give him a good build. View his sub menu.
So what are you playing the game on, Cellcast?
I think he's on a PS4. Nothing in his gallery just yet. Free agent. Fledgling Gundam builder. Oh, he's on the PS5. My bad.
Okay.
He goes Weird Al song. All right, man. Those look good, guys. You guys are rocking it out over there. But like I said, there's just a lot of really cool stuff you can do. So let me ask you, why have you on here real quick? Kamen Rider, and again, I want to encourage you, Kamen Rider, check out our Discord, and if you want to talk more Gundam. What do you think about funnels? Are they worth having? I've been really on the fence about these funnels that I got here on my back. And John, so you know what funnels are, they are in universe, depending on where you're at, they're basically psychically controlled pieces that fly off of your armor, and you can do stuff. Like they will shoot, or they will do any number of things. These funnels form a shield of sorts. Also, let's see here. Assembly. Sean says, I was gonna say, what's the price? Because if you can make your own Gundam mechs, I might get it depending on the price. It says $60 for the game, but there's a lot here, Sean. I mean, there is so much happening in this game. I've been genuinely impressed every time it's around. And then we got Home Dude here, and he's just unlocking my mind with the amount of stuff that he knows. So it's worth it, my man. If this is a game that you can invest time into. Let's see here. Twin Blade.
Yeah, I
Also,
definitely think this is a next month purchase for me for sure.
Yeah.
But I still be curious, even if there's no cross play, like, can you still friend request someone if your information's still on the servers?
Right.
Even though you can't hop in and cross play, can you be like, oh, these are my friends, I'm doing this multiplayer thing, let me bring their characters in?
Right. That would be an interesting conversation. Sean goes,
So
I
can-
thought you were talking about funnel cake. I wish, my friend. I wish. Oh my gosh. All right. So just so you guys can see my builds that I have. This was my first RX that I had. And I kind of blacked him out, give him a nice shine, a nice metal gleam to him. There was not much to him. Then I built the Red Comet. I got the pieces I need to it. Again, I haven't done anything with them. I plan to do some stuff with them later. But I just had to build the Red Comet. And some of it was for a diorama. And then we have... This was actually one of my first builds that I did a lot with. And you guys see I kept the cape influence. Oh, come back. Baby, come back. There you go. I kept the cape influence. I have the Epion shield on it, which is pretty cool. Had a whip attached to it. And then those legs, if I remember correctly, I think those are Gundam Age 2 legs. Wait, let me just look at the screen, Dallas. Oh, these were the Jesta legs. Never mind. So, and then this is the one, I call it Broken Gundam. This is Wing Zero. And then I built Tall Geese also, because I gotta do Tall Geese. Let me save my current build here, actually. So we can see the differences. So here's Broken Gundam current build, and then here's original build. I think he's a little bit smaller in the original build. Yeah, he looks like it. Sean goes, I mean, just looking at the menus, yes, the game is definitely worth it. He also says it looks like Transformers who went to anime convention. Dirty. Dirty. Comment says, I mean, funnels are good. It depends on your preference because there are many different types of funnels, including some as builder parts that you can use. The other type of funnels would be called C funnels from the Aegis series and Build Divers. Dragoons are from Seed series and Fangs are from Double O. Yeah. So I don't know. I've been playing with it. Just not sure I want to keep them, go on with a different backpack. So, all right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of ages, it is late and I have work in the morning. So I'm gonna have to dip out. I appreciate everybody hanging out. Again, appreciate you, Kamen Rider, for hanging out with us. And John, thank you again for jumping in and talking about Concord and the gaming industry and how it's crumbling and how they need to hire you to fix it.
I do my best.
So,
yeah, no, thanks for having me. I honestly expected to get kicked out after the conversation. I didn't expect to stay for the whole stream, but I had a lot of fun. I appreciate it.
Absolutely, man. It's always fun having people in the chat to talk to, man. And thank you guys all for watching tonight and being part of everything. That being said, I'm going to bed.